first off, 2 nude people are brought into the Tantalium. Dade, after your meeting with that guy in the white suit, the fat guy who introduced himself as Tyr, a similar person pops into the Tantalium, and then Tyr does almost the exact same introduction to them. Alex, this is your character. Would you like to describe them to
Yeah, he is 5'7", long blonde hair, all tied up in a ponytail. He has weird, he looks absolutely like a half-elf. Like, he's proud showing his ears and shit. However, he sort of kind of looks like he has scales in places, like in patches. But you're not really sure unless you get like super close. He's just all smiles.
Oh god, it's Leorg, isn't it? I'm just kidding.
No.
Dade, now it's your turn to describe your character to what Alex's character sees.
Oh yeah, he has silver eyes.
My character is 5'8" with brown hair, shaved on the sides, ponytail. A wood elf carrying a longbow and 2 short swords. He's looking around uncomfortably, not sure.
Cool.
Okay. You guys have some time to talk and introduce yourselves. Tyr is kind of like, looks like he's done talking to both of you and is lounged back on his chemise.
So, when can I have one of those?
One of what?
One of those things you're wearing. You look nice.
A suit?
I guess.
Okay. Think really hard about having a suit.
Okay.
Poof, you're wearing a suit exactly like Tyr's.
Hey, yeah!
Oh, hell,
This
that's pretty
is
cool.
Cool!
So, in here we can pretty much just think up whatever we want?
That's about the short and long of it, yes. Half-elves have dark vision or low light, Alex?
It says here... Give me a second, I'm pretty sure it's dark vision.
It is?
Dark vision.
Okay,
Yep.
cool. Continue your guys' interaction. I'm just setting up your token.
Yep.
Very hard, and appears in front of me. I start walking through it.
What appears in front of you?
Mountains, like...
Okay.
Just mountains.
A bunch of mountains appear in the White Room and then quickly disappear as Tyr goes, don't do that in this room. Go to one of the other rooms in the Tantalium if you're going to start altering.
Oh, sorry. My bad.
That's all right. And then he kind of calls for, he says Krieger and another half-elf. It's like it comes in and he's got white hair in a braid over his shoulder, a hat with a colorful feather in it, and a black eye patch over one of his eyes. And he looks at the both of you and is like, oh, it's an elven party in here. What?
Pirate.
No,
I imagine a parrot on his shoulder.
A parrot appears on his shoulder and goes, what? What a creature! Krieger kind of looks at it, and he just goes, Oh,
I'm gonna love this place.
With laughter.
All right. Okay. And the parrot disappears.
Aww.
Bye-bye, parrot.
Bartholomew, no!
He just kind of blinks at Aramus. Or maybe he winks. You're not certain. He's wearing an eye patch after all.
Yeah. Yeah, he just shoots him like a toothy grin, like...
As you imagine shooting him a toothy grin fires out from your fingers and hits him in the chest and bounces off.
Nice!
Like
I can do that?
You really need to be careful with metaphors and similes around here.
It's raining men. Hallelujah.
Tyr goes, no.
I
It is Leoric.
shed over my head just in case it does actually start raining men.
Stop messing around in my... Krieger, get them out of here.
Aw, no need to be like that.
Krieger kind of
Sorry.
ushers the two of you into the common room.
Lame.
Everyone else playing tonight, you see these two, this half elf and this elf ushered into the common room where you guys are all doing various things, reading books or playing chess, doing whatever it is you do in your spare time. For the people from the Christmas session, the Krampus has been brought back, and Krieger has informed everyone he's placed it in the dungeons.
Neat.
So it's still alive. It's just in the dungeon.
Yes, it woke up recently.
Oh. Well, interesting. Anyway, our Aramus just looks at everybody. He's like, "Hey, hi."
Darzon, Kellogg, and Bork, you guys all see this happening. Would you be able to describe your characters, Dan, May, and Martin? Because we have a new player who hasn't heard of them before.
Yeah, I'll go first. Darzon is 6'2", I think. Yeah, 275, medium build. He's got red hair pulled back, a real long red goatee with yellow and green hints in it. Skin is silvery gray with light blue eyes. He's got a kick-ass new fucking longsword. And he's a barbarian, and he drinks, and he's pretty nonchalant. That's about it.
Kellogg is I don't remember how tall I made him, but he's tall, and he's big, and he has wearing half plate armor, and he is like strapped to the gills with axes. And he's off in the corner. He hasn't noticed the two elves yet because he's still smashing incorporeal elves that he makes appear.
Oh.
With a big smash elves!
And you guys hear, no, I have a family!
I see this
God.
going on in the corner, and I shift uncomfortably, not sure what to make of it.
Yeah.
Darzon pours himself a tall bourbon.
Let's not get close to that one. Like, literally, Aram's just hiding behind the other new guy, like,
Darzon, do you think
he's
it's bourbon?
spooky.
Dan,
Yeah.
do you sip your bourbon?
Yeah, I'm still at sipping stage. I'm not
It
pounding
tastes
yet.
like wet cardboard and doesn't seem to have any alcohol in it.
What the hell? Did I bring back that crappy gnome shit? I thought I had good stuff.
Hey!
Krieger kind of noticed he was like, sorry, friend, anything created in the Tantalium, you need to know how each and every piece of it comes together to make it.
I think he brought it back.
Oh, did you bring back some of the shitty gnome stuff?
Oh, well, I actually brought back some of the good stuff. That's why I was drinking the shitty gnome earlier.
Oh, okay, yeah, as long as you have it. If you imagine something in the Tantalium, Krieger's going to explain this to you anyways. If you imagine something in the Tantalium, you actually have to know how the ingredients are grown and how they are all blended and mixed together. Otherwise, what you imagine is something that looks a lot like what you wanted to drink or eat, but has no taste to it or nutritional value whatsoever. It's why the party had to go and get a actual professional cook to make them food. And eventually they've been talking about maybe getting a brewer so this way they can drink things other than
Aram raises his
Now,
hand.
wait a minute, because I have really high cooking and culinary skills, don't I?
Yes, meaning that you can actually handle any sort of cooking stuff. Brewing, though, is different.
Damn it.
So you
Maybe
are...
I have to get into making edibles then.
Pick me! Pick me!
Brownies, anyone?
Aram raises his hand towards Cougar.
Yes, what do you want?
Can you raise your hand for a sec?
You want me to raise my hand? And Krieger
Yes.
raises his hand.
It's now a hook.
This is the last time I ever do anything you ask me to. And he pulls the hook that was covering his hand off.
Aw, no need
Not
to feel ashamed of your
I'm
heritage.
not a pirate. I'm a legitimate businessman.
Arr.
He looks grumpy. Like he doesn't know what to make of you yet.
Varys sits down as far away from Krieger as he can get and starts fiddling with his bow.
Okay. As far away as you can get from Krieger is right beside Kellogg, the half-orc squishing elves. Pardon?
Realize my mistake as I turn around and I just slowly back away across the room again.
Aramus just waves at everybody like, "Hi, my name is Aramus. Nice to meet you all." Except, I don't know about he covers the ears next to Kellogg, just in case. Inches away. So yeah.
So what is everyone doing? You can interact with anyone. Oh, Martin, you haven't described Bork yet.
I was just about to say that a single tear runs down his cheek as Bork is ignored. Bork is a 9'9" huge
Jesus
individual
fucking Christ.
with fiery red beard and little beret with one of those poofy balls on top of it. And he's wearing a white shirt and a kilt. And across his chest, he's got a big bagpipe
Oh no.
slung across his shoulder. And on his back, he's got what looks to be a weird-looking guitar.
Neat.
All right. So
I just want to point out beforehand today, I don't feel the best today, so
we should be done by 10.
Performance will be fluctuating. Sorry.
At Borg and say, nice bagpipes.
Ah, you notice Bork's bagpipes before you notice about his height. What a good little elf you are. And he pats your head with a finger.
I pull out my lyre and ask if he wants to play a song together.
He pulls out his the weird looking guitar on his back, and he snaps his finger and casts the spell Thunderclap. So there's a loud boom that's heard in the room. And as it does, there's a small little bar on the guitar that fills up, and he starts playing it, and it has a weird electrical metallic sound to it instead of a normal guitar.
I looked confused a little bit, seeing as I've never heard any sort of electrical instrument, and as I try to harmonize my lyre.
They jam in.
Are you guys playing together?
Aramus just
we're
like
playing music.
Both of you roll me
raises.
performances. So,
Oh.
Aramis, I just totally fucking realized, Dade, I didn't tell you how to actually roll. So, go to your character sheet,
Okay.
and the way you roll is you click what you want to roll on your sheet, and it shows up in the chat bar. So, in this case, I want you to roll me a performance check. So, go to your character sheet, find in your skills where it says performance, and click that. And when it says roll at advantage or disadvantage or normal, select normal for now. I'll let you know if you're rolling at advantage or disadvantage.
Performance.
Well, you got a nat 20.
That's how we started.
First roll.
Well,
so natural.
I was gonna say, Dylan, if you're playing an instrument, you're actually rolling for that tool.
Oh, that's true. Well, I'm gonna let him be performance on
Yeah,
this.
that he acts like he's playing the instrument.
Yeah, I act like I'm playing my lyre because I want to seem cool.
Sorry, hold on. Dan, did you just see what just happened in Slack?
No, what happened in Slack?
On the work chat, you know how Ben does those game giveaways, right? And I normally win them
I got
because I know
dinged
a lot
for
of
it, but I
trivia.
didn't pay attention to it. Yeah.
Yeah, and I wasn't paying attention to it either because I know he tagged us like earlier, and I was like, I'm running Hero Factory, so I'm not going to bother with this, right? Well, they're now, because apparently I don't know what happened, but they started tagging me and were like, rough patch, claim it, just claim it. And I go, I don't know what's happening, I claim it, and apparently I won a video game.
No shit. That's pretty cool.
So, all right, so I don't know what that is, so let's get back to Hero Factory. So, you guys play your lyre and your guitar, electric guitar, and Varis, you are absolutely rocking it. Although it's a little rocky at first, where you're like, I've never heard this kind of an instrument before. You like listen to the notes, and very quickly and expertly, you're able to mimic them, creating a perfect kind of like. Have you seen Deliverance? That moment where dueling banjos happens.
That sounds pretty cool.
Yeah. I'm gonna post the video of essentially what you managed to pull off.
Wait a minute, is Bork the inbred?
But this is basically what you've just done. Oh, wait, hold on. I can just play the song. Why did I have to link it? I have fucking music I can control. Her-da-der. Moment. Here we are. So this is what the two of you managed to pull off. Go ahead, keep doing interactions while this plays.
Okay.
But this is essentially what you two are doing, just with a lyre and an electric guitar.
Amazing.
I look over at Kellogg, a little concerned for his mental health.
He's fine. He has like an 8.
An 8 on what?
Intelligence.
Aramus just inches away because Kellogg is terrifying, and he will likely see him in his dreams.
Good.
I kind of
Go ahead.
move over towards Aramus. This Kellogg guy is starting to give me the creeps.
I don't even want to make fun of it.
Ah, don't worry about the little Kellogg over there. He is merely expressing himself.
I see.
Now, can anyone guess where Bork is from? No, you cannot, because Bork cannot know where he's from himself, because his accent keeps on changing.
He's from everywhere, in every place at the same time.
Let's go with that. He's from everywhere.
Meanwhile, Varis and Bork's musical duet is reaching its crescendo.
I kind of start skipping around the common room as the intensity of the music grows.
No, Jesus.
And into it and all that.
Aram just starts dancing like that.
Oh, bye-bye.
That's alright, we were gonna lose him every now and then. His laptop's iffy. And you guys rock out. Everyone gain an inspiration.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I would have had one, but...
So, Dade, go on your character sheet. You should see like a checkbox for inspiration.
How do I turn the music down? Because I
I got
can't really
it.
hear you.
Better?
Arthur. Yeah. Sorry, I was having a hard time hearing you.
That's alright. So right now, you guys can all go to your character sheets and check off where it says inspiration.
Okay.
You can spend that point at any moment, Dade, in order to gain advantage on any roll.
Okay.
And you guys finish rocking out together. Keep going with interactions. We're just going to go until Earl gets here.
Yeah.
You can speak with any NPCs as well, too, so you can always ask me when you look around the room what kind of people you see.
What kind of people are there?
All right. Well, first off, you guys see a goblin who was kind of clapping his hands as you guys were playing music. He has a cloak and a hood pulled up, but what skin you can see appears that he's branded all over his body with writing. There's another muscular woman with a ruined eye who was watching, and a Darazan, you recognize Hastings out of his Christmas gear. He's in green cloaks and brown leather, and he's kind of sitting on a chair and was watching you guys. There's also a guy in full plate armor with his helmet on. Oh, and outside of a door that has the name Jing written on it, there's a guy in what appears to be a guard's uniform, and he's sitting in front of the door.
Aram sits next to the guard.
Okay, he is a tiefling.
What you doing there, pal?
I am waiting for Mistress Jing to come out.
He looks at him, looks at the door, looks at him back. Why?
Because I want her to notice me.
The door is kind of closed, buddy. She won't see you.
No, but she'll get upset if I open it, and then she'll punish me, but not in the fun way.
His smile becomes wider, like, you're a freak, aren't you?
Excuse me?
You're excused, freako. Stands up and leaves.
I gets offended someone else would call someone else a freak before him.
Dan, was there anyone you wanted to interact with?
Sorry, guys. I'm kind of slacking on the voice thing. I'm just listening.
No worries. Don't need to apologize. I'm just let me know if you want to do anything, okay?
I will.
I to the dude who was clapping his hands and asked if he enjoyed the song.
The goblin? Yeah, he goes, yeah. Do you have like the notes written down?
Not really. It was sort of an impromptu thing.
All right, well, can I see your lyre?
Hold my lyre close to me, a little bit nervous to give it away.
Don't worry. I just want to look at it.
You don't look with your hands.
Come on. And he's reaching for it.
I back away. Situation.
Smart man.
he looks sad. See, this is racial profiling is what this is. I bet if like the little boy elf over there.
Where?
And he points, and as he points, there's a plopping sound, and there's a little boy elf where he pointed. I bet if that asked, you would have let him like try your lyre. And the little boy elf walks up to you and says in a monotone voice, "Please, sir, may I try your lyre?"
It doesn't last long.
I just keep holding it to my chest.
Does Kellogg, it doesn't last long. Does Kellogg just sprint up and boot this elf?
Kick the baby!
Yeah.
Kick the baby!
Kellogg
elf.
suddenly shoots up from his chair, runs across the room of the Tantalium, and have you ever seen like a football player kick a football? He does that directly into this little elf boy's face, and the elf boy like turns end over end over end and flies off into the distance.
There
Disappearing in,
shudders
like
as,
a bright light, like Team Rocket blasting off. And Blink goes, "Hey, I'd have to make another of those, you know."
As Kellogg just kicked a boy elf literally right in front of my face and just blasted him away.
So hey, listen, okay. If you don't have any lyres, do you have any like books?
Can I kick him?
Do you kick Bloink?
No, but Aram does like get really, really close and stares at him like, why? What are you doing?
I want to see some of his stuff, and he won't let me see any of it. I want to know more about you, Mr. Music Man. I want to be your friend.
Just ask him questions.
Questions.
Yes, ask him questions to get to know him. You know, like real people do.
He kind of like waddles up to your kneecaps, looks up at you, Varis, and goes, "Questions."
What sort of questions do you
I'm
have?
gonna grab him by the robe.
All right, roll athletics.
Let's see if I can do it. Kind of want to put him up in a hook somewhere. Let me see if it works. Athletics. No, it's not gonna, but it.
Yeah, he dodges you trying to grab him, and he then like dashes behind you, Varis, and hides behind you, holding onto your shins.
Hello?
Hello.
Scared of you now.
Questions.
He's on your leg.
I don't think that's how questions work. Do you understand what a question is?
Yes. Do you?
I believe so, but you're starting to...
That's a question.
That's a question.
Roll me a perception.
Who?
Varis.
Hang on. Perception... Normal roll, or...
Normal roll.
No.
So, Varis, as you were distracted by Aramus for a moment to, like, argue about questions, Bloink the Goblin has shoved one of his hands into your pocket, trying to root around in it.
I quickly grab his wrist and hold him up to my face, kind of dangling him.
Athletics to do that. You'll have to athletics to lift him up off the ground. You can
Alright,
definitely
I'll-
stop him from picking your pocket, though.
Well, okay. I stop him from picking my pocket, and I go, "Hey, little guy, what are you doing?"
Ah! I saw a bug go in there.
I don't believe you.
Stealing is a no-no.
Ah! It was 2 bugs that went in there.
That's. You're not a very good liar.
He points at your instrument. No, I don't have one.
Oh god, that hurt me physically.
That bad joke just like woke Darzan up from his little nap that he was taking in the corner, and he just goes, "What the fuck?"
I go up to Darazan and introduce myself.
You also drag the goblin behind you because you never
Yes,
said you let
I'm
go of
dragging
him.
the goblin behind me to make sure he doesn't pick my pockets anymore.
That's athletics. If you're
Oh.
trying to move anyone, you have to roll athletics to overpower them.
Alright, I leave the goblin where he is, and I give him a stern look.
He shrugs.
Don't be going into my
You're
pockets
gonna be
again.
in timeout.
And I head over to Darazan.
Okay.
Now, do we know each other, or is the information we have about each other not been revealed yet?
It hasn't been revealed yet. It's gonna happen when Krieger teleports you guys into the first world that he's going to essentially fuck up and blend you guys together.
Okay, so we've never met before.
Not yet.
Good
Unless you want to have met before. You guys could have known each other in the past. That's up for you to decide. Like, you're both from Meridana.
No, I like not knowing each other. That's fine with me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just going to change up the background music here to one of the other tracks. Go ahead.
I head up to Darazan and ask. I basically just introduce myself. I'm Varis.
Hey, Varys. Darzan goes to reach for a glass and a bourbon and realizes now he's out and just kind of shrugs up and says, "Wanted to give you a drink, but I ain't got none left." So what's your story?
I just got dragged here by a dude in a white suit, and I really don't know what's going on. But
Fair enough. Sounds like how my other night went. You'll get used to it. Just find a safe spot to hang out, and just roll with the punches, dude.
yeah,
All I know is that I need to be able to get some kind of skill action going on here because got to have some bourbon or something.
Are you a drunk? Eris like standing behind Darvis now.
Well, it's either I entertain myself with alcohol or I go on killing rages, and so I prefer to remain intoxicated.
that makes perfect sense.
Why not get this? Oh no, that's a bad suggestion.
So essentially, me running out of alcohol for a long period of time is bad news for everybody.
Yeah, we've got to find Darazan some alcohol. Look around the room, wondering if anyone has any scared about if Darazan is going to go into a rage at any moment.
Nah. I'm worried.
There isn't a problem with that. And Bork imagines a crate, and then he stuffs Tarzan into the crate, and then he sits on the crate.
Well,
Well, I'm
what the
gonna
hell?
roll
I thought you
athletics
were
to
gonna give
try
me
to do
alcohol,
this.
not put me in a crate.
Yeah, he has to roll athletics, both of you.
Mhm.
And whoever gets a higher roll is going to put the other in that crate. You can rage first if you want, Darazon, but it will use up one of your rages for the day.
No, I'm not going to rage. I'm trying to roll here, and it's not working. Give me one more minute.
No worries, take your time.
Yeah, I got too much lag. I can't roll. That I knew that was going to happen. Damn it. Dave, can you roll for me, please?
Hold on. If you're okay with it and you want to keep staying on the laptop, what you can do is tell me what you want to roll, and I can do it for you. If you'd prefer that, or you can share on the computer.
Well, I'm going to move closer to Dade. I'm up in my room right now, so let me move everything over. If somebody can just roll me in athletics, and we'll just see who end up getting thrown in the crate.
You're in the crate.
Fair enough. That works for right now. Good enough. Okay.
Darazon is placed in a crate.
Amazing.
Now
This place is going to be so fun.
Now we don't have to worry about him running amok.
I mean, that's certainly one way. Crate timeout.
So now I won't talk anymore.
Don't worry. He will have such a great time.
Come over on your screen and click over to my character to roll, or I'm going to show you how to do
Oh my
it.
god.
What?
Fucking the joke.
It's your call, May. If you didn't write it down?
No, that was my one issue.
You might want to rebuild him then. You can play either or. It's all right with me. I don't care which one you play.
Okay.
The challenge level should be the same.
Yeah.
Neat. So, Bork was it?
Yes, Bork is Bork's name.
Why are you talking that way?
From the crate.
Why do you talk that way?
Talk what way?
You use third person.
Bork has to keep telling himself that his name is Bork, or Bork will forget that Bork's name is Bork.
He squints his eyes.
It's happened before.
You've forgotten your own name before.
Yes, Bork has forgotten his name. It is because...
Can you speak up again?
What? I am speaking the normal voice. It is because...
He looks at what was your name again? Varis.
Yeah.
There's a Varis. Did you catch that?
No clue what he said.
Amazing.
You look confused. That is okay. Usually people are confused when they talk to Bork.
But why?
Bork has trouble talking about his past.
But why?
Well, you see, that is a very long story, and it starts with...
I just sigh, giving up on trying to hear what he's saying.
Aramus gives Varys an annoying smile just to see his reaction. He's broken, obviously.
Or
he's broken. Didn't you hear that?
Poor Bork.
He's Borkin.
Well,
he's Borkin.
Well, aren't we all a little bit broken inside?
I suppose that's true.
Hey, language. Think about your language.
Fuck nah. He shakes his head like, what do you want me to say?
Kind of staring off into the distance at Borg's comment of everyone being broken inside a little bit.
He stares into the sunset.
You get the 1,000-mile yard stare.
Yeah.
We hear gunshots. Grenade, get downs! Oh no. But amazing. This place is gonna be so much fun. I like it already.
We'll
It seems pretty cool around here.
the session in another 5 minutes. I'm going to give Earl until 7, and then we'll go. Sound good?
Okay.
It also gives Dan time to set up his stuff.
Oh. I think we might be having some complications over here.
Yeah, tell him I'll just be along in spirit form.
He says he'll be along in spirit form.
Okay.
I can't get out of the crate. I'm stuck.
So what
He
is that?
can't get out of the crate. He just stays in the crate.
Okay, so does Dan do one different day then?
Yeah, make me roll for that.
He wants to know if you're gonna play a different deck.
Yeah, probably. I just want to listen in tonight.
Cool, that's fine. Yeah, I'll give him vision off of your token.
Yeah, we'll probably play a different day. He just wants to listen along today.
Totally works then. Yep, I'm down for that.
Get anything to work.
All right.
Thumbs up. All right, continue, guys.
I kind of look over at Aramus and like so where are you from?
Well, same place as you.
More specifically, like
Oh, you know, here, there.
yeah.
I don't have much to say. I don't know, man. One day you're walking around the battlefield, and then poof, you're here. Such
Yeah,
is life.
I hear you. Yeah. I grew up in the mountains.
Is that why you try to make mountains?
Yeah, kind of remind me of home.
Oh. Why not just try and make them again? We're not in the white room anymore.
We're in a different room, that's right. I focus real hard. And a long mountain range appears.
Aramus gets like
The
behind Bork. I don't know what's gonna happen.
There's like birds chirping and animals running around.
Done.
Just kind of watched them in a
He made mountains.
Yeah, it's totally fine. The common room is now mountains.
Amazing.
Tyr doesn't give a fuck. You didn't do it in Tyr's room anymore.
It's true.
You guys' comfortable common room living room vanishes, and now you're in a harsh mountain range with snow falling. All the furniture's still there, but the temperature has dropped about 20 degrees Celsius.
Several elves are rolling down hills. Oh.
Trying to
Run off
catch
hills.
snowballs.
Oh my god. That has to be racist. It's gotta be.
Hey, Kellogg, why do you hate elves so much?
Elves destroy Kellogg's home.
See, he has reasons.
Elves destroy Kellogg's home. Kellogg destroy elves.
I mean,
Sorry that elves
hashtag not
destroyed
all
your
elves.
home. Yeah, hashtag not all elves.
There could be some nice ones. Right?
An elf gets smushed as a response.
Oh, okay.
Involuntary shudder at the sight of it. Oh, I start looking around the mountains.
What else are you gonna imagine?
I see a pack of wolves, and I watch them with a kind of nostalgic look in my eye,
Oh no, is that your family?
hunting.
Is that your family?
Oh god.
I was not raised by wolves, no, but it does
Someone's
remind
intelligence is low.
it does remind me of how our family moved about the mountains.
Amazing. I want that room back though. Someone think real hard back to the comfy living room that's not freezing fucking cold. Thanks.
Do you continue imagining your mountain range?
No, I stop imagining it. Since Aramus is clearly starting to get a little bit cold.
Boom, you're back in the comfy room.
Neat. I'm gonna slouch into one of the fucking sofas. I'm gonna stay right here.
I sit cross-legged on the floor. Again.
Anyone else have anyone interactions or anything?
What other NPCs are there?
All of them.
Mm-hmm.
No? Everyone's ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. So, you guys all feel that rumbling in your bones. That means here is calling you into the White Room. I'm guessing you all go?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. I head into the white room.
Ask how I'm getting transported. And, like, can somebody shrink me in my cage?
The crate.
Yeah, can we shrink the crate and bring it along with us somehow?
You guys walk past Sheep Song, and Sheep Song, like, you explain your predicament that you want to bring Darzon on, but you want him to be handy travel size. And this fluffy woolly sheep, like, looks at you for a moment and goes, bah! And then the crate and Darzon both shrink to a fraction of their size.
Nice.
Get barbarian.
The sheep goes, bah! Anyone who hasn't met Sheep Song, you're very confused as to what just happened.
Yeah,
What
I
the
am
fuck just happened?
uber confused. Just looking at him, monkey-eyed.
The rumbling in your bones gets more intensive.
There's also a nice barbarian running at you with the axe raised.
Yeah, Kellogg
I
is...
decide to head into the white room.
Yeah, we just follow.
You all go into the White Room. And...
before the door closes, a small girl slips in.
Okay. You're playing Violet then tonight?
Yes. His sheet is, like, totally messed up.
Okay. So, you you guys see Tyr lounging on his chemise. As always, it looks like he is doing nothing of import. And Krieger, the half elf with the eye patch, stands beside him.
Hey,
And
Mr. Krieger.
He has a peg leg.
he does not have a peg leg. He's not anymore.
Lame.
And he looks up and is like, looks at you all and is like, "Where's Darazan?"
We hold
Right
up the crate.
here.
We made him travel size because he's run out of alcohol, and we're afraid he's just going to kill everything, and that might not be the stealthiest way to get around.
What?
We asked the sheep.
Oh God, I think I found a group I hate worse than any group Ink goes on. Okay,
That's a strange way to say that we're really smart.
so it's a lot of your guys' first runs or your first run in a while. So I've scheduled a fairly easy mission for you. You shouldn't have any whatsoever. We're going to be sending you deep into a swampland where a old half-orcish woman lives, and the residents call her a witch and claim that she has been stealing and eating children.
Raise his hand.
No.
Raise his hand.
He pulls out a small pistol and pulls the trigger while holding it directly at Aramus, and Aramus, a blast of water comes out and hits you in the face.
No!
He keeps squirting you.
A real concerning question.
What?
Are we like literally going to a fairy tale?
He just continues to squirt you.
Aramus hides behind Varis. He's mean.
And yeah, your job is to get her and bring her back here. We don't really care how you do it. You can take her, you can get her loyalty, or you can just beat her up and take her if you're into attacking old women.
Fucking rude. We're not pirates.
He squirts you again.
No!
I mean, he did say she's been eating women. I don't know if I really want to negotiate.
I mean,
Or eating
it
children.
could
I don't
be.
need.
Yeah, I
It
was gonna
could
say,
be
I eat
rude.
women all the time. Eating children, though, that's an entirely different thing.
You don't look the kind.
He blinks at you.
He winks since he can't.
Exactly. Violet says she doesn't get it. You'll get it when you're older, darling.
Lord, never.
In fact, come see me when you're 18.
Squirts him with a squirt gun.
You don't understand how the mechanism of one works.
I'm looking at one.
Yeah, but you don't see the insides of it.
Throws it at him.
You throw it at him?
Yeah.
He looks at you, Varis, and says, "Kid, I'm sorry." And you both are suddenly drenched in a huge downpour of water. The whole party, actually. Bork included.
I turn around to Aramus. I'm like, you gotta stop hiding behind me if you're gonna be doing these shenanigans.
You guys are currently being swept away by this torrent of water that's just slammed into you. And it begins spiraling in the room as if you were caught in a whirlpool. And there's a little, like, sound as you guys are sucked through the floor of the Tantalium.
Whee! That was fun.
This reminds me of when we went into the battles. Wait, that wasn't me.
You guys come to. That's not. You guys come to. You're in a swampy kind of marshland area, and in the distance you can see a house with smoke pouring off of the chimney.
Did you change the map?
I haven't put anyone on the map yet.
Okay. Just in case.
Smash Mouth starts playing.
No. Do you guys head towards the house?
I guess we're soaking wet and we head to the house.
Yeah, let's wait. I'm down with heading
Wait,
to the
I
house.
am.
Okay, one moment. I'm about to put you all on. Violet. You should be able to see off of Varis, right? Dan?
Sitting over at the table. I think he's just listening right now.
Well,
I can't even get everything's shutting down on me.
Oh, apparently everything on the laptop's shutting down, so...
unfortunate. Well, you all appear, and you walk out to this house out here, and you can see what appears to be an elderly orcish woman tending to a small garden in the shadows of a dead tree. A small boy seems to be helping her.
Neat.
Should you guys think this is the quote unquote witch, or
Well, there is only one way to find out.
Hey, lady, are you a witch?
God.
Yes, exactly like that.
Roll me any persuasion.
Persuasion?
Yeah, to make it sound like you weren't trying to be super offensive.
Nice.
The woman kind of looks up from her garden and says, "Oh, Wilhelm, we have visitors. Go inside and get out the good china."
Uh-oh.
The little boy rushes off into the building.
Where's
China.
that bud?
What's a china?
China.
And she stands up with the help of a cane that she picks up off the ground and kind of starts teetering towards you. She seems very slow and uncertain, and her back is hunched. It's clear she's extremely old.
I don't think she eats kids.
Violet
Well,
takes a step back.
Actually, I would say that if you ate kids, you wouldn't get very much nutrition, because there's not too much meat on the bones. So, of course, you would grow old and wrinkly.
Thank you, Mr. Cannibal.
No, it's just, stuff.
Violet takes a step away from Bork.
How can I help you find young men and women today?
Well, we're sort of soaked and, hungry?
Oh, dear. And she kind of pulls a pair of spectacles out from her clothing and puts them on. You are all simply drenched. Come in, come in. Come. And she kind of gestures at you while turning away and starting to walk back towards her house.
Aramus just turns out, around everybody, like, hey, we're doing fine.
Alright, yeah,
For now.
we're in.
Do you guys follow her?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. She stops at the door, opens it, and holds it open for you and is gesturing at you.
As,
If you guys are going in, you just need to tell me you're going in.
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
hang on, I
Get
need
into
to...
So
the-
I can grab you.
As we go in, Bork is taking a good look on the old lady.
Okay.
Oh, that's not his sheet.
She smiles at you unassumingly. Oh, oops, that was not what I wanted to copy paste.
Oh, that's not what I wanted to use. Where the fuck is it? There we go.
I don't know where it is. I don't know what you're doing.
Uh-oh.
Can I
Uh-oh.
roll, not perception, insight
Sure,
on the lady?
sure. Firstly, though, Bork, as you pass her, she suddenly blushes and says, "Oh, you cheeky fellow. I see how you're looking at me." And she playfully swats you on your forearm.
Oh, little lady.
Oh
that
God!
This is how it starts.
And as Aramus passes, she
You
goes,
know, it's-
maybe if I was younger, dear.
You don't look a day past 30, ma'am.
You're full of shit, but I love you anyway.
I would probably break you, little lady.
Oh,
I am about twice your size. That would not be a very good idea.
She pats you on your forearm and says again, sure you would, honey. Now, come on in. And as you guys come in, you see a very warm and comfortable house with a chimney, with a fire in the hearth. Four young boys sit in the room, and the one that she sent inside is sitting and chatting with the other three. And she kind of swats him on the back of the head and said, "What did I say? Go get the china." And the boy jumps up and rushes off again. Sit, sit, sit. I will get you some clothing.
Neat.
I go and sit on the yellow chair.
The boys turn and look at you. One of them is reading a book. Another one is playing with like one of those toys where you try and get the ball in the cup. And the last boy is just watching the fire.
Sup, kids?
I wave at the boy with the cup.
He says, "Hello. Are you going to just stand in the doorway?"
No, I'm right here.
Well, I mean, I don't know what those two are doing over there.
Bork looms across the somewhere here, I guess.
They all seem to be under the age of 10.
So, is this lady like your granny?
You could say that. She's Granny Ogg.
That's her name?
It's what we call her.
You never asked her name? Like her real name?
They all look at each other. It's really hard to pronounce, so we just call her Granny Ogg.
Fair enough.
Like it, the boy who was watching the fire whispers.
Oh, okay.
So,
Sorry, what?
She doesn't like it.
Oh.
how did you all end up with this?
Oh, well, it's a bit of a rough story, the oldest looking one says, the one that was reading the book. You see, none of us exactly had very good parents. We're all runaways. We ran away to try and live on the swamps on our own, and, well, Granny Ogg saved us from the dangers of the swamp and lets us live here. The only thing she asks in return is that we keep up with our studies.
That's so nice.
What are you studying?
I'm studying the theory of magical application. Vincenzo here is trying to learn how to become a knight. And Arnie is still learning basic math.
And what
Wilhelm,
about- Well,
Wilhelm is studying botany. It's why Granny Ogg started trying to plant flowers out front. It hasn't been going very well. The swamp is pretty hostile to anything not native to it.
Oh, that's kind of sad.
She's trying her best for him, and eventually, maybe it'll work. She's really smart, and and before he can finish, the woman comes back out with 4 sets of clothing. She brings them all here and places them on this chair that no one's sitting on, and is like, "First, for the youngest of you," and she looks at Violet. "I used to wear clothing like this when I was a little girl your age." And she holds it out to you, Violet.
What is it?
It's a small dress that's really, really big on you, but at least it's dry.
Okay.
Varys, for you, she says, "My husband used to wear this when he would go out hunting." And it's a series of very, very old style looking leathers and hunting clothing. It's similar to your outfit, just older.
Well, thank you.
When my husband finished hunting, however, he joined the military, and she hands you a smart-looking militaristic uniform, Aramus.
Oh, nice.
And for you, I just ripped some of the curtains, and she hands a curtain to Bork.
Ah, yes, Bork remembers this one time when he had to escape from an angry noble after having, you say, anyway.
Not in front of the children.
Anyway, he had to dress up like a ghost to escape. I remember the good old times.
The whole time, the woman just kind of vacantly stares at you, smiling, and then pats you on the forearm and says, "That's nice, dear." And she slips something into your hand, Bork.
Oh, okay.
Do you open your hand?
Yes.
It appears to be a small object wrapped in something that says Werther's Original.
What?
Do you unwrap it?
Yes.
Looks to be some sort of hard candy.
Of course,
Aw.
the Grandma Orc has hard candy. Is there a separate room we can put on these?
Oh!
Aramus was
dearie
just
me.
dressing there.
She kind of like puts her hand against her face. Dearie me! Of course, the bathroom is right over this way.
Go on, Violet. You first.
Okay.
Do you want me to move you in there? Because you won't be able to move past the door.
Aramus
Right.
just changed right there.
Oh Lord.
So, inside, Violet, you see a very, like, it looks like a stereotypical old lady's bathroom. You know, soft towels, soft carpets, everything is scented. There's a little basin for washing up, and dressers and cabinets filled with little porcelain, what look to be ducks.
Duckies.
And in fact, all of you, now that you're looking around the her living room, you see that every single shelf has thousands of small little porcelain ducks on them. It appears like she's amassed quite the collection of porcelain duck.
I kind of pull my knees up to my chest, a little disturbed by the ducks.
Roll me a wisdom.
Okay.
It's a wisdom save. The ducks are staring at you. They're always watching. No matter where you turn their ducky eyes, at least 3 of them always seem to be looking at you.
I shudder as I can't get away from the sight of the ducks.
Wah.
Aramus goes, "Wah," noticing your uncomfortableness.
I kind
Bork
of jump,
goes.
thinking that it was actually one of the porcelain ducks.
Bork-
And then I look at
Bork
Aramus
does
and I
it
go,
too.
that is not cool.
Quack.
Hi.
Quack.
Not
Quack.
bullying the young man, you green beast.
I'm not green, it's just my token, okay?
She kind of like squints her eyes and pulls out her spectacles. "Oh, I'm so sorry, dearie. I didn't realize that you weren't one of my kind. Here, have a candy." And she holds out another one of the Werther's Originals to Aramus.
I want some candy.
She's holding it out to you, Aramus.
Oh, me. Takes the candy. Thanks.
"Here you are, young man." And she hands one to you too, Varis.
Thank you, ma'am.
Violet, by now you've finished changing. Do you come back out?
Mm-hmm.
As you come out, the old woman goes, "Bless my stars, aren't you just the spitting image of a beautiful little girl?" The elderly lady, she gets up out of her chair and hands you a candy too.
Thank you, ma'am.
She goes and she gestures to the chair and is like, sit, come join us."
I head into the bathroom to change into the old hunting clothes that she gave me.
Okay.
And I shudder as, of course, there is more ducks.
There's ducks everywhere, man. Open up one of the cabinets expecting to find toiletries or something, so this way you can like wash your hands. It's just filled with duck.
You know how there's crazy cat ladies? This is a crazy duck lady.
Keep looking around for something to dry off with, but there are only ducks.
Dry off with the duck.
I
find
can't bear to touch the ducks.
You find a plush towel with embroidered ducks on it.
As I dry off.
The
using
feeling
duck
of the
towel.
ducks on your body leaves you uncomfortable and questioning.
I feel as though a duck should never become that close to my body.
And when you finish up, you come back out, and she says, "And look how handsome you are." She hands you another candy.
I take the candy. Thank you.
It's duck shape.
It is not duck shaped.
Thank God. If it was duck shaped, I was gonna have a fit or something.
And she puts a hand on your forearm, and then it's like, "Just wait one here, 1 minute, sweetheart."
Okay.
Off this cabinet and brings it back. He's like, "Could you sit back in that chair and hold on to this for me? You look like just the spitting image of my husband right now."
I shift a little uncomfortably, but I ultimately sit in the chair.
She hands you a large porcelain duck.
Your husband loved to hunt duck?
No, I simply loved duck, and he would sometimes sit in that chair there and make duck imitations. It was just the cutest. He was ultimately awful at them, but it was so cute to see him try.
I give a half-hearted quack.
She kind of like happily smiles at you and hands you another candy.
I take the candy and eat it.
We're gonna end up with cavities.
Oh, hush, darling. You can feel free to live a little. You're young. You have many years ahead of you. 1 or 12 candies isn't going to hurt you.
1 or 12.
And
Yeah, you're right.
she hands you a candy.
Nice score.
Besides, I'm certain that you must have a lovely little lady. Yeah, you are dwarfed by the chair. The chair is huge. It's meant for her. That's supposed to be her chair. She says, "Besides, you probably have a lady friend back at home, right? Well, back in my day, the men would woo the women by presenting them with gifts, and there's nothing that a woman loves to see more than give her sweetheart giving her a sweetie." And she hands you another candy.
Thank you. That's actually very good advice. I'll try it.
Violet, she kind of stands behind your chair. "Are we all changed now, then?"
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I
am.
never went anywhere to change, but we can-
There's Zarus.
Yep.
Just changed behind us while we weren't noticing.
Yes.
Earl,
Yeah.
you appear in just randomly out of nowhere.
Perfect.
And
Per usual.
you are in what appears to be a comfortable looking bedroom with that's not your right token, with hundreds of small porcelain ducks lining,
Oh no.
lining everywhere.
My one weakness.
Porcelain ducks. Oh, also meet Dan's son. He's playing with us tonight.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, nice to meet you.
What's your new max health, Earl?
65.
Did you see what your magical item was, by the way?
I did, it's great.
I thought you'd enjoy it.
It allows me to, like, change Black Run into two-handed weapons.
Also, you can use lay on hands on yourself.
What?
because you couldn't before because the shield was in the way?
No, I could before. I couldn't. It still provoked attacks of opportunity.
Yeah,
It still
now it does.
Oh, it doesn't with the shield being up?
Yeah, because you have your hands free.
That's cool.
It also lets you cast your warlock spells. So yeah, you've appeared in this comfortable room. You can hear
Nice.
talking coming from somewhere in this house.
Nice.
And like you hear what's roll me perception. You hear a muffled deep and guttural voice say, "Oh Violet, I'm just going to eat you up."
What? That's not okay.
What do you do, Varys?
I guess I'm gonna walk out of this room.
Uh-oh.
Do you leave the door open or close it behind you?
I'll close it behind me.
Okay.
Bork sees you and he yells, "Ah, look! It's a robber!"
What?
I jump to my feet thinking it's an actual robber because I haven't met
Same.
Zarus.
Neither
He
has
gets ready
Violet.
with like magic.
Wait a second.
I
Is
knock-
that... I know that guy.
It's the Halloran.
I have to kill him.
I'm gonna change the Hallren's token. I got a better one for him now.
Oh, I forgot what the horror
You having
token
Alex
was.
with that token.
Death. Death to the trade.
No, that's Aramus. Alex's new character.
Oh, man. Are they a healer?
Sorcerer.
No.
God damn it. Am I the only healer?
Yes.
I mean,
It's okay, this is mostly a roleplay session. After the lot of fighting from the Christmas one, we're bringing it down the tone a bit.
Okay.
This is more lighthearted roleplay.
I mean,
Right.
I can heal.
You don't
I can
need
heal
right
a lot,
now,
actually.
treat.
If I focused on healing.
There's a robber in my home.
No.
that's what a robber would say.
And
Yes.
you see an elderly half-orc woman turn the corner, and she's using a cane to walk. She's hunched over, and she looks positively ancient. Like, she looks like a stiff breeze is going to turn her into dust.
Man, that poor woman.
And she sees you, Zarus, and she says, "How could he be a robber? He looks like such a sweet young man."
That's the truth.
You're not here to rob me, are you, young man?
Of course not. Those are my friends being a bunch of...
Oh, your friends.
Silly
Well,
people.
come over here and sit and join them.
Perfect.
I never met this man in my entire life.
Me either.
Who this man is.
Bork has
Zarus, the
made
party is all
us.
wearing different clothing than you're used to. That, granted,
Oh.
actually, it looks like Varis is wearing really, really old hunting equipment. It looks like Aramus is wearing a military uniform that
Looking
also looks
spiffy.
incredibly old. Violet is wearing a dress like 8 sizes too big for her, and Bork
Huh.
is wearing curtains.
He's draped them over himself so he looks like a Roman senator.
That's kind of cool.
And the woman kind of pats you on the hand, Zarus, and says, "Oh, are you a paladin, young boy?
Of course.
Aren't you just such a strapping young man?" And she reaches up towards your face.
I, kind of move down, so I'm pretty sure she's gonna kiss my, forehead or cheek or something.
She pinches your cheek and is squeezing it and pulling it out a bit, and is like, "Ah, a paladin of Ulfring. We haven't seen one around these parts in such a long time.
That's
Here
a
you are,
shame.
dear." And she puts something in your hand.
Okay.
It seems to be a small object in some sort of crinkly wrapper that reads Werther's Original on it.
Oh, man.
Do you unwrap it?
Yeah.
It's a hard caramel candy.
Yes. I eat it. This is
how,
great.
this is how you pacify Zarus.
With candy.
And as you're eating the candy, she raises her hand and puts it in between your horns and rubs your head.
Aw, thanks.
Now, make some room there, Trevor. And the oldest one of the boys gets off the couch.
Aw,
And why
thanks.
don't you boys go help your brother with getting the dinner table set? And the boys all say, "Yes, Granny Ogg." and she like visibly kind of glares at them, and they go eep and run away. Sit, sit, sit. Make yourselves comfortable, she says, looking at Aramus and Bork.
Sure, he sits next to Zarus.
Bork looks at the chair. He's like, I think this chair is too small for Bork.
Oh, don't worry, darling. I can fix that. And she rummages around in her coat and pulls out a small vial and pours it on the chair, and then steps back, and the chair increases twice in size.
Oh, just perfect.
And she hands you a candy. And then she pauses and takes the candy back and pours a bit more of the vial on the candy, and you have now a Werther's Original the size of your fist.
Nice.
Oh,
Jesus
this
Christ.
will come in handy.
That's a big candy.
And she kind of sits on the corner of her coffee table and says, "So, how can I help such a fine group of people this evening? And what were your names again?"
I'm Varis.
I'm Zarus.
I'm
Oh,
Aramus.
jeez. Oh,
We're
no.
brothers traveling around, performing acts of kindness in the name of
Brothers.
stares at Zarus. What was your religion? Oh,
Offering the god of
yeah.
protection.
Doing his service.
What? What
Are
a
we brothers?
soul! And she
No.
claps her hands together. What about you
He
there?
shoots a glare Paris. No.
She looks at you, Bork. What about you there?
Ah, you see, Bork's name is Bork MacBorka. the son of Borka.
She puts a hand on your forearm and says, "That's wonderful, dear," and hands you a candy.
Yes, we're more like brothers in arms than actual brothers.
Yes, quite.
And the young one there?
My name's Violet.
Nice to meet you, Violet.
She beams.
My name is Ogliarius.
Augie. Augie? I call you Augie. Augie.
You can call me Grandma Augie if you want.
Thank you.
Grandma Oggy.
Ugly
That sounds cool.
Yes, yeah, Arius. Ugly Arius. Yeah, Arius.
Oh my god. Ugly Arius, Zarus, Aramus, Varis, fucking hell.
We are
Violet.
alive.
Rindus.
Rindus.
Silas. Kellis.
Borkus.
Borkus.
Porticus.
We are us.
Borkus Mac Borcarius.
Help us all.
So,
We are us.
what are you all doing in these parts then?
Well, our employer has taken interest in you. Is that what we're here for?
Oh, are you from the city? Tell them I won't sell my land to them.
Not
no,
from
we're
the
not quite
city.
from the city. No. We describe the place that we just came from.
You tell her about the Tantalium openly?
Do we?
You don't lie to Grandma.
Well,
yeah,
you know,
you don't lie to
know-
Grandma.
you know,
You
if you think about it, no one told us that we weren't allowed to speak about it.
Yeah.
And Zarus
Yeah,
doesn't lie. Now.
So you guys explain the Tantalium and your mission to save Mary Donna?
Mm-hmm.
Well, Violet doesn't know about the mission, so.
The whole time, Grandma Augie, as you're telling this story, she gasps at all the right moments, listens intently, and anytime Bork interjects, she just pats him on the forearm and says, "That's nice, dear." And she seems absolutely, like, genuinely sad for you all. She weeps during your failures and laughs during your triumphs.
She's too
Violet,
pure for this world.
She cries when you chime in about what happened in Parenthe. She says, "I'm so sorry, but I don't think I have enough candy to fix all those boo-boos.
Okay, fine.
So you'll all have to settle for a kiss on the forehead." And she comes by and kisses Bork on the forehead. And she kisses Zarus on the forehead.
He has to help and lift her up.
And then she kisses Aramus on the forehead.
Oh, thanks.
She kisses Violet on the forehead. And she kisses Varis on the forehead.
There's a lot of us. And I thought I had the weird name.
And she sits back down on the thing. "Well, I'd be happy to come with you and help you. I'll do anything I can to make sure that you manage to get your things in order.
And session over. Just kidding.
But first, my boys know enough about the swamp now that they can look after themselves.
Nice one.
First, if I'm going to be going anywhere, I'd like to bake them a cake.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah.
We'll need to get a few ingredients to do it, but we can go and get those in the morning. For now, I believe by now my boys should have finished setting up the china. Would you like to come and have dinner?"
Guys, what's China?
I don't know, but
I don't know.
yes.
Excellent.
You see, China is saying.
Did you catch that,
Thanks.
Aramus?
That's nice, dear. And she hands you a candy. Come.
Here, so-
hmm
Ah,
What do you guys think of Grandma Oggy?
too pure.
Nice.
Too pure for this world.
He's gonna eat us.
Pure. May is suspicious.
May is always suspicious.
For good reason.
And the boys have put out very, very nice, fancy-looking plates and teacups and such. There's bits of food simmering on the stove as the oldest turns that and checks on it. The youngest, the one who was outside, is setting the table, and the other two are doing dishes.
Zarus stares at Aramis. They look too much like what's his
Doesn't look at all.
Nice eat, boys and girls.
Thank you, Granny.
Thank you, Granny.
Thank you, Granny.
Thanks, guys, for setting up the table for us.
Yes,
Mhm.
The,
thank you,
the
boys.
boys say, "It's no problem." Would everyone like some tea?
Oh,
No.
I would love some tea.
I'll
Thank
let you know when you get a feeling.
Rendered
Okay.
chimes in yes.
Leaf juice? No thanks.
Some coffee for you then, Aramus?
Please.
Can I just
And-
have some water?
Yes, of course.
Do you have any cranberry juice?
I don't think I do. I'm sorry. Cranberries are hard to come across here. Which is
Do you have any?
good in some of the potions that I used to make.
Do you have any orange juice?
I do. And
Too bad I am allergic to orange.
To Lauren.
this boy comes around and fills up all your glasses with the requested drinks.
I kind of
Thanks.
crinkle my nose at the news that Aramis is a coffee drinker.
Friendship over. Quiet, my new friend.
They
I'm gonna go to the
severed their
washroom.
brotherly bonds.
I'm gonna go to the washroom. I'm gonna go to the
Okay.
washroom. So feel free to talk amongst each other as you have your tea.
Nice. So, Mr. Shield Dude,
Yeah. I'm
what happened to
guessing
your
you're talking
horns?
to me. Oh, my horns?
Mm-hmm.
I shaved them down.
Why would you do that?
Well, you see, when a man does not want a beard, he shaves it, yes?
I guess.
But
Well-
aren't
I'll have to say that I'm not as proud of my heritage as most people.
Oh.
Seeing as I'm a paladin and all, being a tiefling is kind of different. Even though the hero that I grew up idolizing is also a tiefling paladin of Ulfring.
You should see his room. There's just a bunch of pictures of bare-chested tiefling paladins.
You've never been in my room, Bork.
Aramus
I know,
like
I
shifts
know.
a little bit, like okay. You know
I
what?
know.
No,
That
can't
was a
judge.
That was a joke. Ah! Bork cracks himself up.
You need a candy.
He's still going to town on his big, huge ass candy.
But yeah,
Did we?
doesn't that like hurt you?
It did originally, but I've gotten pretty used to it.
Where should we set Darzon and his crate?
Just in the edge of the. How tiny was it again? Just put it
Uh,
in the edge.
Didn't we have him in one of the pockets? So
Yeah.
since we got changed, he's in like the dirty laundry.
Oh boy, we forgot Tarzan in our laundry.
Whoops.
Whoopsies.
Actually convenient. My dad just went upstairs.
All right,
So he
okay.
doesn't know what's going on.
Whoopsie. So who just broke her nice china?
Nobody.
Yeah.
But we did realize that we forgot to take Dorazon out of the crate, out of our clothes. He's now in the dirty laundry.
There's a little Darzon running around the house now.
Not ready for children.
And after you guys have had your drinks, the boys come back and set out food for all of you.
Man, that's great.
It looks like they've made a stew.
Neat.
Oh, poor Stew.
Oh, thank you.
He deserves
you.
better.
And it tastes pretty damn good.
Ah, just like the borscht. Mommy Bork used to do. Mama Bork was not named Mama Bork, but her name was actually.
That's nice, dear. Now eat your stew.
That's grandma for shut up.
If you want to grow big and strong, you need to eat all your stew.
I take the spoon and start sipping on my stew.
It's good.
Mhm.
Yep.
She beams.
So,
Hungry IRL,
I
so I'm gonna grab
do
some
wanna-
pizza real quick.
I want to point out that everyone's just happily eating stew from a lady that was claimed to eat children.
Yeah. Good thing we're not children. Looks at Violet.
I'm just saying, what if the stew is children?
Throughout the meal, Grandma Oggy keeps up a steady stream of chatter going. She talks about how proud she is of her boys, about how Wilhelm's studies are going along excellently. She tells you all about the time that one of them fell out of a tree and broke his arm. She gushes about pride and pride after the boys that she's been raising. Not
Rating.
Raiding.
She's been raiding her boys.
Kellogg would have been proud.
Is constantly talking about things. It's hard for you guys to get a word in edgewise. And anytime Bork tries to say something, she pats him and says, "That's nice, dear," and it just keeps
It's
going
Grandma
with
for
whatever
shut
he's
up.
saying. Yeah.
I like it here.
Maybe we should stay.
I
Yeah.
mean, I have plenty of work to do, so we can't stay here, all the time. We can come visit.
We have a world to save, and I'll be going with you.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Exactly. We do have an entire world to save.
Don't worry, I'll be able to make wherever your home is as comfortable as this if you'd like.
Aw.
That would be
Thank
real
Thank you,
nice.
Grandma Ori.
It looks like some of you haven't been eating very well, and she kind of pokes you in the stomach, Varis.
Oh well, the last few weeks, hunting has been a bit rough.
Well, don't
Too much
worry,
prey.
Grandma Oggy will handle fattening you up. And she
Aw,
pinches
thank
you.
you.
Mhm.
I laugh as I am like ticklish like everywhere.
So Varys goes,
Fucking Pillsbury Doughboy.
and eventually the meal is done. And unless you guys have anything else you want to ask her, it's about time for bedtime.
No, I'm ready to go pray before bed.
Yeah, I'm pretty much ready for bed.
Okay. Grandma Oggy says that you can all camp out in the living room. She's sorry she doesn't have any more accommodations, but even the boys normally set up their bedding on the floor in her room.
Cool.
And she kind of teeters and totters out. The boys stay to clean things up.
Do you guys want any help cleaning?
No, it's fine. Grandma always taught us to make sure that our guests were treated well.
Well, thank you.
Oh, that's very sweet.
Are you the only boys that's ever lived here?
We don't really know. Grandma Oggy doesn't like talking about her past too much.
It's just if any of you ever remember meeting another boy or girl. But if who was the first one to come here?
They kind of look at each other. I think it was me, the oldest raises his hand.
And you don't remember anyone else, yes?
Not being here? No.
Okay, that is all Bork wanted to know.
Okay. That's kind of weird.
We're all weird here.
Hey, mister.
I yawn as I start heading towards the living
Wait,
room.
weren't you an elf?
Yeah, elves go into trances. You don't.
Yeah, you
sleep.
don't go to
I yawn ironically because it's nighttime.
The little boy that was outside comes up to you and tugs on your sleeve, Varis.
What is it, little boy?
Can Violet come and see my flowers?
You can go ask Violet that.
Aren't you her daddy?
No, I do not have children, and I am not ready for children.
No, you're not.
I am too young for children at 130 years old.
I'm sorry. I'll ask the other one.
The other one?
What other one?
Can Violet come and see my flowers, Aramus?
Oh, they're elves.
Okay.
He looks at Violet. Have you been behaving, Violet?
Violet sniffling.
Why are you so? Oh. Oh right, I heard your story. Yeah, you go ahead, but be careful. She's a little homesick.
Okay, she'll like my flowers.
Go ahead, Violet. Play nice.
Okay.
Violet, he takes you outside to where underneath the dead tree and shows that he's got some flowers planted. A few are growing, but they don't look very healthy. And he shows you that he's planted a few violets. And he talks about flowers for a while and how he likes seeing them grow and stuff. And he seems quite passionate about botany.
She talks about her mom, how her mom. So there's something to talk about. I didn't have that planned. Shit.
Well, you guys play and do little kid stuff outside.
Yeah.
It's nice for Violet to get a break from, being a hero.
And Render, yeah.
And Rinder, yeah.
And Kellogg, and
I just checked the Hero Factory IC chat.
Darazan, award yourself 200 experience.
That's kind of great.
Violet, eventually it gets late, and you and Wilhelm come back inside. And you guys should be setting up for bed, unless you wanted to explore her house or something.
So, if we threw Wilhelm off the roof, would he do the Wilhelm scream?
Why would you throw a child off the roof?
For the memes.
Do you guys go to sleep?
I guess Bork just lays down on the ground because he's too big for any sheets.
I guess Violet curls up in the chair.
On the giant chair.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Like a bed to her.
He uses the carpet as like fucking a blanket.
I sit on the floor and pull out my lyre and to play a song. Do I roll?
Shut up, we're trying to sleep here.
We wanna go to sleep.
On your character
I
sheet,
put my lyre away.
you put your lyre in as tools. So, go onto your character sheet.
Yeah.
In tools, do you see where it is?
Yes.
Hit the plus button. Lyre, proficiency bonus, dexterity.
Isn't it charisma to play instruments?
I can allow it for either. It'd be charisma definitely for something like a flute, but a lyre can be considered dexterity because you're plucky.
Yeah, actually, yeah, that's a lot of sense.
So I
Alright.
allow it to be a dexterous roll for people who are bad at dexterity. So click that, and it'll show how. Oh, okay.
Oh.
You
Oh,
break the
dang.
string.
Bling!
Right as you-
No, my
right as
life.
you- Breaking your lyre. You'll need to get someone to restring it.
It's now a lyre.
Sorry, Varis.
I don't have any more. That's my only musical instrument.
Bork, you can
I
fix
sit
that
there
for him.
kind of sad and disappointed.
I've been fixing a few strings in my days. It takes quite the dexterity with the smaller type, though.
Bork, you probably have a few extra strings too from your guitar.
Yeah. It's just, like they're a bit thicker.
Hmm.
But it'll serve as a replacement for now.
I hand my the Borg, see if he can restring it for me.
Do you see how big my hands are? I will try. I will try.
Breaks it more.
Roll me a sleight of hand to restring it. Oh yeah, easily. You string it perfectly.
See, Borg, you got that.
He stretches out the strings so it becomes thinner.
Yeah.
Amazing. Truly amazing.
Yes, that is what people say about Bork.
I put my lyre back in my bag, not wanting to break it again.
Well, now I want to sleep.
All right. Does everyone go to bed?
I mean,
I
there-
start my
there's no
trance. thing.
Okay. Varys, when you wake up in the morning, roll me a wisdom save not to scream.
Who?
Varys.
Oh, wait.
Oh,
Wisdom
gee.
save. How do
You just click on wisdom
I?
in your
Okay,
character sheet,
simple
I
enough.
believe.
It's wisdom save because there's saves and then there's ability.
Then
Check.
where do you do the saves? You gotta explain it for him.
Oh,
It's underneath proficiency bonus. You have things where it says saving throw.
right above your skills. You see
Okay, I
where-
see it. I see it. Yeah.
Yeah, click on the wisdom one.
All right.
You avoid screaming as you wake up and you realize that the boys are currently surrounding you with porcelain ducks.
I push all the ducks as far away as I can.
They all run outside laughing.
This is my kind of crowd.
Darn duck.
And eventually, Grandma Oggy comes out and sees Varis with the ducks away from him, but still all around him, and goes, "Oh, dear, you should have told me that you liked them so much. I can part with a few."
Oh, it's okay. I don't need to take
No,
any.
no, I insist. She gets
Singular duck and kind of just put it in my pocket and try not to think about it.
You take one of the ducks?
Yes.
All right, she also comes up with another duck, not realizing that you've taken one, and hands you what may be the ugliest looking porcelain duck you've ever seen in your life. And she is super proud of it. And she says, "I made this one myself. The duck looks like it's you know
It
that one
looks like
painting?
Dylan's face.
You know that one painting of where everything is melting and that one guy is screaming?
Yeah.
Yeah, the duck looks like that."
It looks very nice, Grandma Orky. Thank you.
She glares at you.
I just put the duck in my pocket along with the
What
other
name
one.
did you just call me?
Or Oggy, I meant, not.
Which one of my boys told you my name was Grandma Ork?
All of them.
Yeah, all of them.
I'm going to tan their hides. And she starts heading for the door.
That's a good way to get your revenge, Varis.
You
No,
hear the
no.
sound of small children suddenly screaming and what sounds like a cane being whacked over various buttocks.
Harsh,
A
man.
little while later, Grandma Oggy comes back in.
Before she comes back in, can I try to hide the ducks out of my pocket?
Yeah, roll me stealth checks, 2, 1 for each duck.
Okay,
Wow. Yeah, you do you want to hide them where they will never be found?
preferably because I want her to think that I took them.
Cool, you throw them both in the fire.
That might feel a little bit bad.
You don't have to do that if you don't want to then, but it's the best place to hide them. Otherwise, you do manage to find good spots for them to blend in.
I don't think there's another place to hide them, so
You put them in the couch cushions, and you hope they don't break. Grandma
That
Ogg
works.
comes back in after you finished, and you sit nonchalantly on the chair.
Next time we go out, we see bloody beaten children.
Jesus.
Blood seeping from their wounds.
And Grandma Oggy comes back in and is like, "Okay, darling, so are you all right if I make them a cake before I go?
Yes, of course.
Then we'll need to go out to the swamp and collect some mushrooms for me to use as flour, since there's no wheat in the area. I have all the other ingredients I'll need."
And all we need is mushrooms?
Yep, I can dry out the mushrooms and make it for a flour substitute.
Sounds easy enough.
It means the cake will be a little, spongier than normal, but I think they'll enjoy it anyways. I know where to find the mushrooms, so I'll be coming with you. And I need to make sure you get the right ones.
Okay.
Alright. Do we all
Yeah,
wanna...
we don't want to poison the kids.
That's true. You do not want to poison the children.
She hands each of you a candy.
Nice.
It's poison
Perfect.
candy.
Don't
It's
eat those
poison
ones
candy.
until you're ready to grow big and strong, okay?
Okay.
Bork was always big and strong.
I put the candy in my pocket for later.
Okay, add it to your inventory. That one's special candy. Nah. She leads you out into another section of the swamp. One moment. Like I said, this session's a lot more chill. Have you guys been enjoying it so far?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think, Dave? I know that this isn't like the most exciting slam bang one, but I hope you're still enjoying it.
Oh no, it's fun. It's definitely fun.
Oh. On.
I feel like my fear of ducks is gonna become a thing, just like
Oh yeah, it's a meme.
Yes.
It's already become a meme.
You're gonna enjoy meeting Ink.
Rinder, on two different circumstances, Rinder, rather than getting something to eat at a restaurant, ordered a water. And the party has never let him live it down.
We call him the hero of two waters.
Yep.
Rinder sighs.
I'll be right back.
Render sighs from
There's
another
an audible
dimension.
sigh from the Tantalium.
No, from another dimension.
Meanwhile, Darazan, before they left, Granny Ogg told the boys to do the laundry.
Oh no.
Oh no!
And
That isn't the laundry.
Darazan, I'm gonna roll for you, I think, because you don't have your thing up, do you? Dan? No, that's all right. I'll roll for you then, because you need to. You need to make a dex save to dive out of the laundry before they dunk you in the water. Did you want to rage? Yep. Okay.
A tiny raging
Darazan
Darazan.
gets real angry and successfully manages to dive out of the laundry basket before the kids start washing them.
Nice.
He then, on little tiny legs, runs off into the swamp.
Amazing.
We're gonna find him again.
Don't worry.
You just ran
When
off
Dar's-
into the swamp alone.
When
Alright,
Darzan
sweetheart.
wants, he'll appear
Alright.
like a mythical creature.
You should be able to see little patches of mushrooms. I'll need you to go around and select the right ones, okay?
Okay.
Oh. I head over to this patch of mushrooms.
Did you
Okay,
ask
roll
her?
me a survival. So, as you bend down to pick up one of the mushrooms there, all of a sudden, there's a loud, sudden shrieking from this direction and this patch of mushrooms over here.
Oh,
And
God.
it's just constantly screaming in a very, very high pitch.
Uh-oh.
Like, top of its lungs, those mushrooms are screaming.
Not these
The mushrooms
fuckers
have
again.
started screaming at me. Guys, what do I do?
Hey, Alex.
No. I don't have
Remember-
any more swords or anything. I
Remember,
didn't do it this time. I do.
Remember a cave?
Shut up. Eris
And-
gets like memories from another fucking character. Like, what the fuck?
The mushroom is just screaming at the top, like just in a very, very loud, constant shrieking noise.
It's
And
just,
then there's sudden more shrieking as
Boy.
this patch of mushrooms
had-
begins shrieking.
oh
Now, guys,
no.
go back to where you were at the very start when you triggered all these.
Oh boy.
Bye.
And then there's more shrieking over here. And over here. And here, as more and more mushrooms join the loud, horrible, high-pitched sound. And Grandma Oggy goes, "Oh dear, looks like you've woken the shriekers up. I'd hurry and get rid of them before the myconoids come."
The what now?
The myconoids, the mushroom people.
Oh,
Oh, boy.
okay.
Not happy at all that we're taking their children.
Okay. Alright.
What?
I think it's time to kill some shrieking mushroom.
So,
And now everyone roll initiative.
This is not okay.
oh god,
Initiative.
yeah, in your character sheet, there's where it says initiative. Fucking bugs! I'm tired of them.
Where is my token? There it is.
Listen, the Oracle is rated
My
a 1
token
on
was
his-
camouflage.
Alright, no, it's inspiration. Trying to find initiative.
Initiative is if you look next to armor class, you have inspiration at the very top, underneath where it says your race and your alignment and how much experience you've got.
Mm-hmm.
There's 3 squares. There's armor class, initiative, and speed.
Okay. I see it. There we go.
Zarus, you need to input your initiative. You didn't put it in. And Aramus and Varis, which one of you wants to go first?
Varis can go first since he activated all.
Okay, Varis, you're up. There's a screeching mushroom right across from you.
Yeah, I take out one of my short swords and sort of just stab at it.
Okay, you'll have to walk over to it.
Alright.
So Varis, as you step over that spot, you're suddenly pushed back to where you were standing as another mushroom suddenly launches itself out of the ground underneath your feet. And this one is a deep violet colored and has many tentacles.
Oh no! Oh no! Not these.
Oh boy.
And it's going to take a swing at you since you activated it. What's your AC?
Let's see.
Your armor class.
Armor class.
It's right next to your initiative.
Yeah, 13.
You managed to dodge all of its tentacles from hitting you.
I slash at it with my sword.
Okay. So click on where it says short sword.
Nice.
And that will hit. Now, in the chat bar, you see where it says short sword, where you just rolled?
Yeah.
Now, click on it in the chat bar. And you deal 9 damage to it, slashing into this mushroom, and its tentacles waggle around at you.
This song is gonna get old real quick.
Aramus? Yeah, I'm going to be changing it.
Bro, I turned my sound down.
Why are you people attacking children?
Decayed by Chunky Charlie.
They're fucking
I wondered why it sounded familiar.
mushrooms.
Yeah, but they're people too.
They're mushrooms.
People.
They're
He
not
uses spray of
sentient either.
frost, which I misspelled gravely.
Grandma Augie says they're not sentient, darling. However, it's
Oh.
very sweet of you to think that they were. Have a candy.
Okay.
Give me a second.
But there are mushroom people too.
And Zarus looks at the candy and he goes, "No, I can't eat this. This is candy, people."
Give me a second. I wrote something wrong in this spell. I'm sorry.
Are the mushroom people not sentient either?
No, he just said so.
No, these mushrooms aren't sentient, but the mushroom people.
I don't know.
There's different levels of consciousness for mushrooms.
This is weird.
So, in Warhammer, the Warhammer universe, especially Warhammer 40k, orcs are actually
Mushrooms.
mushrooms. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Oh boy.
Good thing I guess it here.
Oh, great. I rolled that one.
Yep. Roll. Pick me a number between 1 and 10,000.
Ah, shit.
Nifty. We said
That's
1
still-
in 10.
That's still.
It happens to all mages when they fuck up.
Yeah, this is the
Mine
Dylan
just has a
Sanders.
double chance of doing it.
Give me a
Alex?
second. Let me think. I'll tell you a number in a goddamn second. Thanks.
Also, she is a source. Aramus. Darzon is riding one of the screaming mushrooms.
Tarzan, get off the mushroom. You're gonna get hurt.
He's trying to what do you
That
call it?
number.
Break it in.
By the way, Martin, he is a sorcerer as well.
Oh shit.
She's not wild magic, but she is a sorcerer.
Okay. Oh, okay. I thought you said she was a wild. I was like,
No.
No.
oh.
Dylan tried to convince me.
3,708?
Yeah.
He tried to convince you.
3780.
He tried to convince me to be wild magic, and I was like, So I decided to just be dragon.
What's wrong with Ike?
Everything.
Everything.
What?
Alex, pick me a different number because that one will never go off. It doesn't work at all with the mechanics that I have. It's a weird one.
Okay, let's try again.
2912.
2912.
Huh. Okay.
Mhm.
You don't notice anything different.
Uh-oh.
Those are the worst ones.
Yeah.
I'm still fucking dreading that one time I got something and Dylan sent something to Tal and she just broke down laughing. I still don't know what it
They
is.
did that twice.
Yeah, but one of the times I actually got to hear about it. The other time I don't know yet.
This is one that Alex just got.
What can I know?
Can I know?
No. Just showing Martin.
Oh.
And Zarus, you're up.
Uh-oh.
Nice.
I'm so conflicted.
Try not to think about it too much, dear. We're just going to make a cake out of them. And she hands you another candy.
Zarus is gonna stand here and just.
I'm sorry, mushroom.
No, he's not even gonna swing. He's gonna stand there.
Oh god.
Oh boy.
Seriously.
Oh my
You're not even
god.
gonna attack-
I
you're not
just
even
had a
gonna try.
fucking revelation.
Violet.
Mhm. What's your revelation?
Well, why were there rumors of this Grandma Ogg eating children? It's because
Mushrooms,
the rumors
yeah.
are started by the mushroom people for eating dead.
Oh.
15, and she's gonna attack
End of
that screaming one.
Okay, roll the hit.
Fuck them, they're mushrooms.
They're people.
They're
They're
mushrooms.
not people, Zarus. They're mushrooms. We're going to make them into a cake.
That
They're
hits.
mushroom people.
And soon they will be cake
And
people.
then she is going to, as her cunning action, she's going to disengage.
If they're actually people, I can't let you guys just kill them and eat them.
And she's gonna like move back
People.
up here.
Grandma Oggy already said they're not sentient.
Yet.
Oh my god, is this gonna turn into a bullshit fucking discussion?
And, first off, Varis, you are going to be struck by one of them.
I'll try to block one of them.
Save.
Okay.
Did you hear me?
Huh?
So,
I tried to block one of them.
Okay, hold
The
Yeah.
first one.
on. His AC is only 13, so that will still hit.
Okay.
I need a Constitution save, Varis, and you're gonna take 6 damage.
okay, Constitution.
Oh,
Varys, as you watch, where the tentacle slapped you, your skin and muscle quickly, dissolves until you can see your bone through a hole in your arm. It hurts horrendously. There's no effect yet, but you're pretty sure if this keeps happening, it's going to be really bad.
Uh-oh.
You're taking 6 damage for now, so click on your token, click on the bubble, and hit -6. And I will change the song. Well, now you're at... No. You don't do 11 minus 6, just type in...
Oh,
Hold
just
on, let me fix it for you.
normal -6. Okay.
Now just type in -6, and it'll automatically calculate. Bork?
Ah, it looks like our little devil friend is having some troubles with morale. I'm about to fix that. And it's gonna cast suggestion on Zarus.
Varys, roll me a wisdom save.
The DC is 12, I think.
Yeah, he beats it.
What did you command him to do?
Well, my suggestion was, help us fight these mushroom people.
Zarus, you still have free will and can choose to fight or not fight at your leisure.
mm-hmm.
The screaming gets louder.
Okay.
Zarus?
A little bit, just to keep myself safe. And I think I'm gonna fire.
If you back away like that, you're moving out of its threatened area, so it gets an attack of opportunity on you. You can take an action instead of attacking to disengage, however.
These
You
are the
can't attack.
So an action to disengage. Yeah. Okay.
So instead
single.
of attacking, you can disengage and move half your speed, which for you as a wood elf is 20. So you can move 20 feet away from the funguses without getting an attack on you.
Alright, Alright, I'm gonna move all the way back here.
Okay. Next up is Aramus.
He's gonna try again and cast Ray of Frost.
Okay. That hits. Which one?
This one, the one that hurt.
The violet one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You
Guys, stop hurting them.
freezing
They're
it.
gonna become people.
Its mushroom body.
Going to become people, Zarus. They're going to become a cake. Deal with it.
Zarus, you're up.
Guys, don't make me have to fight you.
Zarus, I swear to Moses,
If you
literally.
turn around
Moses.
on us just because we're trying to make a cake. This is
Just
Out of
ridiculous.
people.
Man, they're fucking mushrooms. Go ahead, talk
Oh
to
my
them.
god, this is the fucking pro-life
Get
pro.
any... See if
Talk
they
to
can
the
answer
mushroom, you
question.
idiot.
Give them a sentience test.
Go ahead. We'll wait. Maybe you won't get a hole in your arm like Varis did.
Yeah, you guys are attacking the poor mushroom children.
I swear.
Oh,
Where's the hurt one?
Right in front of you.
it's the violet one.
No, I attacked this one.
They're both hurt. This one,
Oh man.
the violet one is the one that's been attacking. The other one is just screaming.
Okay.
It's deafening. You're having trouble thinking because of it.
That's so
wonder.
fucking annoying.
It is fucking annoying.
This is gonna suck.
Are you attacking? Or are you gonna
No, I'm not attacking. I'm going to
Here,
Let's-
lay on hands the mushroom.
How'd you read my mind?
Oh dear lord.
All right.
He's swinging back too far the other way.
He's swinging back too far the other way. He's
What?
shit people indiscriminately.
Fucking Zarus' moral compass is more like a seesaw.
There's how much are you using on the mushroom?
Oh my fucking god.
4.
The mushroom tries to use its attack of opportunities to get you, but you have your shield between you and it, so it doesn't manage to hit you. And you heal it for 4 health.
Oh my god, I didn't know you were a druid, Zarus.
I'm gonna step here and here.
God.
So,
Like,
You're not
Zarus,
gonna get
if
any of
Zarus
the cake.
spends the whole fight just mildly inconveniencing you guys, it's gonna raise how much experience everyone but Zarus gets.
not if I
Because
beat
I'm
everyone.
counting Zarus as an enemy. This
Not if I knock everyone out.
Oh boy. Varus now.
Violet.
Apparently.
So we have to
This is
focus our efforts on Zarus.
Zarus
While everyone
refuses
else
our
takes care of the
sometimes
mushrooms.
wrong thing by defending mushroom people's rights.
Is that it? What's that hit?
Yeah, sorry. I'm typing to tell.
And then she disengages and then moves it back.
Alright, that mushroom is forever silenced as you pierce through its screaming body.
Oh, thank God.
Zarus, however, begins screaming the second that the screaming mushroom stops.
Ah.
Can one of you cast silence?
Granny Ogg, can you explain to him that they're not really people?
Oh dear, he has a right to believe whatever he wants to believe.
But Granny Ogg.
As wrong as it may be, we have to support his freedom of speech. I mean, at least he's not a Nazi.
But
Alright, at least not a fantasy Nazi.
His heart's in the right place. Here,
I guess.
have a candy, Bork. Have a candy, Zarus.
fighting the mushrooms as he heals them.
Thanks, Graham.
Zarus, the mushroom you healed crits you.
Eat shit.
You still think they're people? They're attacking you even though you're helping them.
Zarus, you take 11 damage and you need to roll me a con save.
This is why.
I swear to God, if you're getting ecstasy, you're basically getting yourself killed so that ecstasy will die in the Tantalium just randomly.
Zarus, not only does the mushroom crit not hurt you at all, but you are unaffected by its necrotic ability. So go ahead and restore your HP to full.
What?
As it slaps you and you just ignore it.
How
Bork?
did you roll
It
your
burned a hole
advantage,
right
by the
through
way?
me.
I used my inspiration.
Oh, right.
Bork.
Oh, you know what? Bork just realized I think he sees one of the mushroom people over there. I will be right back, and he leaves the map.
Okay. Bork leaves the map.
I mean, in this direction, but
I know. I've just moved you off the map for now. Varus?
This is not looking good. Okay.
It's one mushroom! And now Zarus, I guess.
I don't.
You can
Yeah, but if
non-lethally
we don't
attack
hurry
Zarus,
until
by
this
the way.
one mushroom, the bigger ones are gonna arrive, right? All right. I'm gonna go ahead and the one that's attacking with an arrow. I'm gonna roll my longbow.
At Zarus, or was that at the mushroom?
That is at the mushroom.
Okay, you can shoot non-lethally at Zarus if needed. You have wooden arrows for that.
If needed.
All right, Zarus, are you imposing disadvantage on that?
Yes.
Okay. You have disadvantage. You need to roll again, Varis, and take the lower of the two numbers.
Okay.
Oh, damn it.
It still hits. Roll damage. Zarus, you're gonna have to pour out one for your mushroom bro, because he just pinned it to the ground.
No.
Oh yeah.
Why are you guys
That
so
mushroom
cruel?
people.
The other mushrooms continue screaming. Aramus.
Oh my god, I can't.
Okay, we
5,
need to
10,
shut these things up.
20, 25, 30. Let me see again. Fuck off, mate. I
What?
see you.
What's going on now?
There is doing something shady. I'm gonna use magic missile on. Wait, let me see if this is even.
Magic missile never misses.
Yeah, I know, but yeah, on that one over here. This dude. Let's click on it. That's one. No, that's all. I think that's one of them.
Fire several. Yeah.
2, 3.
Hold on. What color is your magical aura?
Make it either white or silver. One of the two.
White or silver? How's that?
That's perfect.
Okay, and 3 on which one?
On this dude over here.
And that's a total of 9, 13 damage. Poof,
Mhm.
poof, poof. That one screams are forever silent, Zarus, as more of the mushrooms fall.
No.
Zarus, you're up.
They're people.
I think
have
Varys
to
got
let
bonked on
go
the head
there.
too much.
Too much candy's bad for you.
Yeah, I think he definitely had too much candy.
Listen, I'm like super squished. Get out of here.
I'm
Like
going to
Varys
try to grapple them.
All right, roll athletics. And
God.
Aramis, roll athletics or acrobatics.
I think Varys got bonked on the head too much from the bag.
Right? Which one?
Oh
Yeah.
man.
Aramis dodges out of your grip, Zarus.
Oh, Darathon is still riding around on the mushroom.
Zarus's riding around on the mushrooms, yeah.
Oh
Violet?
boy.
5, 10.
This is an example of how no matter what I write, you guys will always outdo me with your random character shit.
I mean, I put my Zarus hit level 3 paladin, which means he had to take his oath.
What was your oath?
Oath of devotion, which is the protection one.
Okay, so that's why you're protective over, like, literally something we're gonna eat.
Anything that might have sentience or grow to have sentience, he pretty much has to protect.
Okay, great. That's great. Yeah.
I mean, you should be glad that he's not actually hitting anyone, because in the tenets it says to punish those who harm the helpless.
I'm
And
done.
like half
so
of us.
Oh, you done,
Honesty,
Violet?
don't lie or
Yeah.
cheat. Let your words be your promise. Courage, never fear
Okay.
to act. Compassion.
So, this comes onto the field.
Ah!
One moment.
Oh no.
It's a mushroom person.
Dang it!
your princess is in another castle.
One moment. Give me a second, Martin.
This is legitimately one of the tenets.
So, this comes onto the map.
Great.
Oh, you found the heathens! Go! Kill them all! They killed all of our children! All of these babies killed our children!
What? That's horrible. We should kill them. Or at least render them unconscious.
You called.
They need to stand.
Did you ask
Stand.
for render?
What?
Did you call for render?
No.
You said to render them unconscious.
to render, not render them. Render would just kill their father.
So, Zarus, are you back to
Ouch.
killing these mushrooms then?
What?
Are you back to killing the mushrooms then?
I'm gonna render them unconscious.
They're mushrooms. They don't have an unconscious state.
They will when I'm done with them.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Render felt that burn from another dimension.
Good.
Terrence, you're up.
I am gonna go ahead. Oh, I might as well shoot a arrow at the mushroom person.
Okay.
Can I make it non-lethal to like
Wait.
try and knock him like
Yeah,
out?
you can do
or-
non-lethal.
Okay.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. The mushroom person just told him to kill these mushrooms.
Which ones?
That. I think that's a hit, isn't it? Give me a moment. I need to do
What? I'm so confused what's going on.
hold on. Varis just shot the mushroom person
Arrow with a wooden arrow.
non-lethally with a wooden arrow.
I can't breathe.
Give me a moment.
I can't breathe.
Why? Why?
I'm crying actual tears.
I just gotta check if this is. Okay, hold on. Martin. Okay. Yeah, the mushroom person is hit by an arrow and takes that much damage. Non-lethal.
What are you doing? I'm one of you. Let's kill these little fuckers.
Wait, you're one of us.
I thought
We
he
just
was
met
trying
you.
to say kill us because we were killing his children.
No, you
Oh.
dumbass. I said you're doing the right thing by killing these heathen children.
You don't like your own children?
These
No.
aren't my children. These are the traitor's children, the one that killed my children.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I
Oh,
see.
Why
what
are you
going on.
killing children? Why can't you just like... They don't know them. They're not sentient yet.
Because we're fucking mushrooms. We hate each other. We're mushrooms, you idiot.
I'm so confused.
So mean.
But they're helpless.
So are you, apparently.
The only way your children would have gotten near these mushrooms is if you put them next to them. So that's bad parenting.
Alex.
What?
It's your turn.
What?
It's your turn.
Oh my God.
My
overtook
turn.
They overtook
I'm
our
gonna-
systems. Their stems poisoned our waters.
How? They can't move!
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Fuck this asshole. I'm gonna do another magic missile on that one.
All right. What the fuck is happening?
I
No idea.
have no fucking idea.
Apparently this mushroom person's a bad parent.
You slam into that for 11 damage, but it continues to scream. Zarus, you're up.
Shut up!
I
Shut
sent you something in private, Zarus, to answer the question that you had said earlier.
Zarus runs up to them. You're a bad parent if you're letting your kids get killed by other kids.
What does
Zarus.
that say about your world, dumbass? You're a bad inhabitant of your world.
What?
Are you
For
done your
letting
turn,
your
Zed?
world being destroyed, dumbass.
How do you know about my world?
Cause we're sentient mushrooms.
Oh, sentient mushrooms. I don't believe
Well,
you.
you just thought the
Zarus?
Nope.
ones that couldn't even.
Yeah, Zarus, it looks, despite the fact that it's acting oddly and it has totally let something slip, it still does look like a mushroom person.
I can't.
It looks like a mushroom
I
person.
feel-
And you
I
said how a
feel-
mushroom person could know these things.
No mushroom person can know these things.
I
should
feel
have had
like my
advantage.
spirit is leaving my body.
Yeah, that's alright.
What
You have
the
advantage,
fuck?
actually. Yeah. It did mention that. It did mention that. It did slip up when it said that your world was.
Nope.
Nope. Even with advantage, you're still like this. It looks like a mushroom person, though. It couldn't possibly not be one. Look at how realistic it looks. You can't.
Well, they're a bad parent, and they need to be taught a lesson. I'm gonna have to bring them to grandma's house and teach them how to be a good parent.
Violet, you're up. I feel like I'm getting a headache.
I feel like my spirit is leaving my body as we speak. This is some otherworld bullshit.
15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. And she throws her dagger at that mushroom.
Well, as you do, the ground rumbles, and this pops out and is going to swing at you.
I mean, I'm like,
Yeah, it has a reach of 10 feet.
oh.
It's going to smack you twice.
Eh, skill? Can I
Yeah.
skill up and cover Zarus' eyes?
Yeah, roll athletics to grapple him. Zarus, you need to roll athletics or acrobatics.
Can I roll acrobatics?
No, you're grabbing him.
No, Zarus pushes you off of him.
No, Violet, this is important.
Mr. Zarus, we have a job to do.
Yeah, but they're people.
Mr. Zarus.
Let me just consult my my notes to see what Mushroom Man will do.
I can't deal with this. My soul has been yanked straight out of my body and shot into Nirvana.
You're welcome.
And it's about to get weirder because the mushroom person just vanished.
What?
He's gone.
Poof, gone.
Hold on, I'm gonna make it a little bit better. Nah, I can't, because then, yeah, that'll do. Just, it's vanished right now, it's invisible. Or it's just teleported somewhere, you don't know, it's just gone.
Or is it?
This one wiggles its tentacles violently, but no one's within reach, and it can't move, because it's a mushroom.
What has my life devolved into?
Varis?
Varys, are you a ranger?
Yeah.
Do you have tracking skills? If it's invisible, you can track it. If not,
Yeah.
it teleported it away.
Okay.
Roll me a survival check. Yeah, you totally see its tracks.
Okay, where did it go?
Just to put it back on the map. Yeah, you know it went off in this direction. You're not exactly sure which square it's in, but you know it's somewhere around here.
Okay, so
It tracks in the swamp grass.
can I
can't.
I'm gonna move,
We're fucked up by the beginning.
I can't.
move over here. Is the mushroom person within sight of me now?
No,
it's
they're invisible.
You just see its tracks.
It's invisible.
And that's as
okay,
much as you can do. You spent your turn tracking it and pointing out the area it's in to everyone else.
Okay.
Aramus?
Oh, he's gonna use Ray of Frost and the one that's violently moving around. I'm
Alright.
actually doing my goddamn job. Does that hit?
Yeah, it's... I will find you, Mushroom Man. Oh, I'm Sevis from the wrong token. You fire out a ray of ice at the mushroom. Doesn't kill it, but you freeze more of its tentacles. It wiggles angrily. I will find you,
Okay.
Mushroom Man, and I will knock you out.
In
Zarus?
particular, it's not of stills.
Zarus, you have a general idea of where it is.
Okay.
You don't know exactly.
Hey, not to interrupt you guys, but can we like do our job and go home?
This is my job. I'm a paladin.
So, Zarus, you'll have disadvantage on any attacks you make, because you don't know
I
exactly
don't even
where
know what I'm
No,
doing.
it's-
I mean, did he point out that the tracks stopped there?
You'd have to roll me a knowledge investigate or a perception yourself to figure that out.
Knowledge what or investigate?
Investigate or perception.
Ooh, I can do perception.
All right, yeah, you see where it is. You by an indent in the ground. You can take a swing at it.
At disadvantage?
Yeah, still. That doesn't hit.
Okay. You can't hide from me, Mushroom Man.
Meanwhile, Darazan's on a mushroom trip, and he's close to his spirit eagle.
I love this music.
Thank goodness I thought about it. I can hear this
Violet,
for
you're
a
up.
while.
Oh God.
Violet?
That's exactly. It fits so perfectly in this bullshit.
Oh,
Why? Because we're all just running around like chickens with their heads cut off.
Yep.
No, because
Yeah.
Zarus is chasing one person.
Dade, I'm so sorry that this is your first session.
It's going perfectly well. I think this is awesome.
Violet?
This has to be one of the most silly ones. Second to the fucking restaurant one.
The cooking art was silly, yeah, but it was good silly. This is just
bonkers.
GM.
Bonkers, you say? Bonk? Bonk the
Bonk.
Bork?
Don't box the mushroom person again, please. Because
Don't bunk the
I think I'm
mushroom
starting to
person.
realize
Bunk the mushroom
not
person.
the mushroom person.
Violet, is that all you're doing?
But we'll never know unless we find them.
Mr. Zarus, I think it went that way.
I'm gonna trust the hunter to tell me.
Wow. You're gonna hurt
My
the
mommy
little
wasn't
girls.
doing it, I can do it.
The Bork appears directly in front of you, Zarus.
Ah!
Oh, you saved my life, Zarus. One of the evil mushroom people took control of my body.
See? So, the mushroom person that told us to kill these ones was evil, so we can't kill these ones.
Oh god.
No, you don't understand. It was
Don't we
spreading
need them for the cake?
confusion.
The whole party hears the collective sound of several universes worth of people all face palming at the same time.
I was trying to find a clever way to tell the party that was Bork, and I
You
couldn't.
don't understand, Zarus. It was the spores that came from these mushrooms that took control of me.
How'd you get rid of them?
You
Sneezing.
hit them. You hit the fuck out of them.
Hard, he wasn't high anymore.
I better hit you again to make sure there's no more.
Yes, please
You're
do.
gonna kill him.
Anyway, I mean, I can still get to move and do my action, right?
Yeah.
Can we like focus on the actual mushrooms now?
Dylan
This is
sounds
my
done.
mission.
I'm crying.
Bork, don't hurt the mushroom.
I'm retiring. I'm retiring. Fuck it. I'm done. Bye.
What?
I'm kidding.
And
Oh my
Bork
god.
is gonna try to ask this mushroom to stop screaming.
Okay, roll me persuasion.
I can do it at advantage because I'm
Sure, bud. It keeps screaming. In fact, if anything, it started getting louder.
I can't. I can't. No one will believe me if I ever retell this day.
I'm gonna
One
actually
moment.
take this a little bit
It's not your
seriously,
turn
and
yet,
I'm going
Varis.
to
There's something going on that I'm just doing.
I'm gonna fire an arrow at
Lumbering out from the trees down here,
Wait. He's saying something.
large figures with
Oh.
large mushroom-like caps made out of plant material with red eyes lumber out of the woods towards you.
Fuck off.
Oh, we took too long. No.
They're actually this big. Sorry, hold on.
Oh god!
Right. Giant mushroom people.
Isn't Bork that big?
No, these are much bigger than Bork. These are like 16 feet tall each.
Oh.
Oh lord. You know what I remember? I gotta look for it.
Where
You
did
all
the-
remember the other mushroom person that you saw. It looked very different from these.
Okay.
I've been lied to.
Alright, they get to go first because I just put them on initiative, so hold on. Hold on. Ha! All right. Fine. $30. Okay.
Did I say
Aramus,
anything?
you're up. Sorry, Varis is up. Varis is up.
Alright, oh boy. Alright, so
It's that link. That's what I think is gonna happen to us.
alright, I'm gonna move
Send Hero
down
Factory chat.
here. I'm gonna fire an arrow at this dude here on the left. Where's my lumber?
That's pretty
There it
accurate
is.
to what they look like, too, by the way.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Which one were you firing at?
That's Zarus, by the way, the one who's like, give me a hug.
Which one were you firing at? These...
Mushroom person.
I'm trying to make the circle
Green
appear.
one or the
but it's
big
not
boy on the left or the big boy on the right?
The big boy on the left.
Your arrow sinks into it, but doesn't seem to have done any damage.
What are you doing?
Well,
Aramus, you're up. Come. Don't just sit at me.
yes, for trying to steal their children.
I'm not.
Oh, but the mushroom people could be.
Aramus. Alex.
Oh, me, sorry. I'm still getting used to the name. He's just gonna use another Ray of Frost. This is a cantrip.
Which one? Oh, on this one over here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Doesn't hit?
No, it does not hit.
Okay, cool.
Oh, wait, hold up. Let me just double check. I forgot these things. Yeah, it does hit. These things have pathetically low AC. Yeah, and you
Nice.
freeze it, and then it shatters into a bunch of mushroom pieces.
Neat. I don't want to deal with that right
No.
Zarus,
I'm gonna do that to your face. Pay
the
attention.
bigger mushrooms, Aramus, both turn to look at you.
Double finger gun and a wink.
I'm Zarus, a paladin of Ulfring. I've been trying to stop them from doing this. They claim that the mushrooms aren't sentient. But it seems like you're actual people, so you should be sentient. Please talk to me.
They both turn to look at you, Zarus. Roll persuasion. They don't say anything.
Damn it.
Violet?
Okay. What are we gonna do about this?
5,
They are looking at you, though, Zarus.
30. And she picks up her dagger.
Okay.
And then she comes back over here.
Okay. Bork?
I'm gonna step over to here,
Okay.
and I'm I'm going to cast hang on. Healing word on Varis.
Oh,
Okay.
thank you.
The screaming mushrooms continue to be all screamy.
And the healing word is
How much do I get healed for?
8. Wait, hang on, that can't be right. Give me a moment. It's oh right, yeah, sorry, it's only 6.
This mushroom rushes up to here, and a bunch of spores start flying out from it in a 30-foot radius around it.
Oh gosh.
And
So-
Bork, Zarus, and Varis, you guys all breathe in the spores, and then you guys suddenly feel a little weird, as if, like, you can hear each other's thoughts.
Oh gosh.
Oh, well,
gosh,
the
Varys
thing
thinks,
is,
and both Varis and Bork hear it.
the only thing that comes out is
Yeah, Bork, all you're hearing from is a shit ton of white noise. But
Okay.
you guys can now communicate telepathically with each other.
Okay.
And then I need you all to make me a Constitution save.
Okay.
Well, this isn't how I expected my session to go today.
Neither did I.
I don't think any of us expected this tomfoolery.
Mm-mm.
Just imagine if
This
Colin
one
was here.
sprints forward and delivers a massive fist at Zarus.
What?
And he brings his shield up to block and manages to hold his ground.
What's your problem? I
gonna
told you, I'm
give
trying
it
to
to you.
protect them.
Varys, you're up. You
Alright,
can now communicate telepathically with Bork and Zarus, by the way.
Okay. I'm gonna tell Zarus and Bork telepathically I think we should move back on our next turns because I don't think it's a good idea to be near these things and a little bit and I will
Bork yells back, "What's that? Want us to move away from them?"
yes. Bork. Can I take any more actions or
Yeah, you can still shoot.
this time I'm gonna try shooting the one on the right.
Alright.
No!
They're trying
has
to
to
kick
be
your
done.
ass, Zarus. Wake up, buddy. Don't smell the spores, man.
Does it hit?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
You deal 11 damage to it.
I wish they would. Zarus looks up. I wish they would talk to me so I can figure this out.
Sentient enough, Zarus. You need to move away from them. You're gonna get yourself killed.
Aramus.
Aramus is gonna cast Chilling Touch on this one.
Okay.
Let's see.
I know what that one does.
I know.
Wait.
Oh.
It doesn't do extra damage though, it's just D8.
Yeah, magic doesn't crit.
Okay. Just D8 then. It's an 8, by the way.
Zarus?
Yeah?
You're up.
I'm going to. Obviously, they're not. They're just not caring.
They're looking at you, Zarus.
They're looking at me.
They're looking at you.
Yeah. Well, they just tried to punch me.
Did they try to punch you?
I'm going to tell Bork. I'm gonna cover Bork's retreat
Okay.
while I look at them and go, "I'm not trying to fight you."
Okay. Violet?
Oh, sorry, that was rendered. So... He's good. I'm done.
Okay. Bork?
Bork puts a hand on Zarus' shoulder and he says, "That's right, he is not trying to attack any of you. He is a good man. A stupid man, but a good man. You can trust him." Do they count as plants or animals?
You'd have to roll me a knowledge nature.
I mean, I'm asking because I get advantage on towards plant and things. So, well, I'll just roll it, and I don't know. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna roll it advantage, and if it's not advantage, you just use the first roll.
Okay. They stare at you. And now both of you need to make me constitution checks. They don't try to punch you, but a pair of spores launch out directly at both of you from each of them.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Bork, you begin hallucinating. Zarus, you're entirely pacified. Martin, this means that you are... For you, Martin, you are poisoned and incapacitated.
Sweet.
And Earl, you are stunned. Both of you will be under these effects for the next full minute.
What?
Okay.
You can repeat the saving throw at the end of every one of your turns. Varys, you now see Bork like looking around everywhere, and Zarus has kind of dropped his guard entirely and is drooling.
I telepathically try to yell at them, but I assume it does nothing.
It does nothing.
Okay. I'm gonna fire another arrow at the one on the right.
All right. That doesn't hit.
Ah, great.
Amazing. Nope.
By the way, Tal just sent me that she's glad that Zarus isn't fighting the party anymore because between him and Siegfried, I'm not sure how many times we can get away with Earl strangling Violet before.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Zarus, that doesn't hit, so that's the end of your turn. Aramus, you're up.
He's using Chilling Touch on the same dude.
Okay. That hits. Wah. Hold on, I'm just...
my performance isn't up to speed. Too
It's all right.
busy wondering if they're okay.
Zarus, at the end of your turn, you can roll me a Constitution again. You continue staring off into the distance.
I'm
Your
thinking.
arms slack against your side. Violet?
Um. 25. Yeah, she's gonna throw her dagger.
Okay. That hits. Bork, at the end of your turn, I need a save. Bork, you break out of your hallucinations.
So, like, this was a...
And this one here is going to pummel Zarus. And it's
What
gonna,
the fuck?
it gets advantage. That's going to hit. And it's going to auto-crit you, Zarus, because you can't defend yourself right now. And it's going to deal... This is going to really hurt, dude. 1, 2, 3... It's going to deal 10 bludgeoning damage. And then... eight poison damage.
Okay.
And this one reaches down and picks you up.
No.
And then throws you at Violet.
Well, at least Zarus is away from the
It
Dexterity.
misses
people
and kind
now.
of, Zarus kind of skids across the ground here. Taking 4 damage.
Okay, I didn't have to make a save.
He's still got a dreamy expression on his face. Varis?
I try to slap Zarus out of his funk.
Roll me a medicine check. You need to clear his nasal passage of spores, so you shove your fingers up his nose. It doesn't seem to have any effect.
Okay.
Aramus?
Doing the same thing.
Does not hit. Zarus?
Oh man, Constitution.
Okay. You break out of your your thing.
He just
You're-
kind of sits up and he's kind of like, "All right, they're dead."
Violet.
Finally.
15, 20, and she's gonna stab it.
It took Zarus being pummeled and thrown, but he's finally on board.
No, it took him being high on drugs.
I hope those mushroom people like fire.
Bork.
Oh, and then she let it.
Oh, so you're okay with killing them now, huh? That's good to know. That's very
Should've
good
drugged
to know.
you forever ago.
That's very good to know.
You can try to reason with people.
Drugs
They're
aren't cool.
not people.
You're a creature.
Going to move to. Oh, did I roll something?
No.
They're not
Okay. I'm going to move up to
technically
here.
mushroom people, but I don't think they quite
I'm
count as
going
people.
to
I mean,
cast.
anyone at any point could have rolled a knowledge nature to find out stuff about them.
Don't got it.
Done that, honestly.
I'm gonna cast Thunderclap.
And my being what else? I should have.
So they rolled a con save.
The one on the left, what's the DC? 13? One on the
Yeah.
left fails it.
He takes 1 damage.
Does he get pushed back?
No, it's just Thunderclap. It's a cantrip.
Oh,
It's just everything in a radius like this takes 1d6 damage.
Bork, this one's firing more spores into your face.
No.
Hit me with that good stuff.
Well, Bork's hallucinating
That's
again.
the shit.
Great. Okay.
And now this
Okay.
one's gonna pummel him the same way it did Zarus.
We came here to collect mushrooms for a cake, and we're getting our asses whooped.
By
Well,
mushroom people.
Yeah, that's about
that
the same
comic-
story every time.
They're coming to take me away. Ha! They're coming to take me away. Hee hee. Ha ha.
Well,
Hoo ha ha. Hee hee. Ha ha.
Bork, 12 bludgeoning, 7 poison.
Uh oh. Bork is down.
Bork is bleeding to death. He's still hallucinating.
Oh god.
He's in heaven.
Varys?
Oh boy. Okay. Dash in there and pull Org back to the party.
Yes, moving with someone, you need to roll me in athletics, and you also need to move half your speed. If your athletics isn't high enough, then essentially you drag them on the ground behind you, and they gain an automatic death failure.
Oh boy.
Varis, don't bother.
Okay.
Just do
Yeah.
West.
Yeah. For arrows. All right. Let's try the one on the left this time.
By the way that they did this to Borg is that it just raised its fist above his head and brought it straight down on him, and like he's like waist deep in the earth. It like planted him.
Do you have anything you can light your arrows on fire with?
You missed.
No.
Aramus?
My turn. Guess what?
You're a spellcaster. Do you have fire?
It's an ice mage. What do you think?
I'm appalled as you even ask me.
What do you?
God damn it.
Nope. Zarus?
Okay.
Um.
I stand up. And I'm gonna use Scorching Ray.
Okay.
2 on this one,
Well, this just got a bit worse for Bork.
1 on this one.
Alright. Nope.
Huh, nope.
Pick me a number between 1 and 10,000. Because there's a sorcerer in your party right now.
Roll 1 in 10,000.
Pick me a number between 1 and 10,000. You can just pick me, you don't need to roll. What did you get?
6422.
400. The mushroom's eyes suddenly go wide, and it looks at its fist with awe. And it just stares at its clenched fist. And then Zarus, it looks up to you slowly. And it doesn't have a mouth, but you get the feeling that it's giving an insane grin right now.
Alright, I'm shooting the last one.
Okay,
Ha!
that hits. That was
I know,
one
and it
left,
just does
right?
normal damage. So 10 fire damage.
It looks like that definitely did more than 10 damage,
This guy.
and it's also on fire now.
Perf.
This includes its fists are on fire.
That's okay.
Oh, great.
Give me one. I have to put something to show that it's
Fist
on.
of fire.
So I do want to point out that both of these things will probably, beat the shit out of Bork on the ground.
Violet?
We should do something to save Bork.
10, and she's going to use her fast hands to give Bork a potion.
Okay.
It's 2d4 plus 2, right?
Yes. Bork is still hallucinating when you give him this potion, but it saves him from death. Heal 8, Bork.
And she moves back.
You're not sure if that was an angel, a halfling, or a midget, Bork. But it gave you a potion and you feel a little... It's your turn, and at the end of your turn, you need to do your con save.
But move back.
Well, he has to wait until the end of his turn, so all he can do is the con save. He's no longer paralyzed. And the one that's on fire rushes at Zarus
Perfect.
Oh boy.
and brings a flaming fist down at you, Zarus. What's your AC?
18.
It will hit. It's going to deal 11 bludgeoning,
Oh no.
5 poison, and 1 fire.
Ah, I take no damage.
Bork, this one, meanwhile, rears back its leg, and it's going to try and punt you. It misses you by a mile. A big groove is
Did
picked up
fucking
down
miss
the side.
Alright,
You're up, Varys.
Cover me!
move in front of this one. I'm gonna use one of my use
Oh,
my short
you're in its
sword
square. You can't be in its square at the
to
same
try
time.
and stab.
Varys, you're in its square. You gotta not be in its square. So like
Oh.
over here. Or
Okay.
over here works.
Well,
Where would
You
you
can
like to
attack.
be?
You can attack it from here.
okay, then I'm just gonna attack it from here and try to stab at it with my short sword, which I
It does not
don't.
hit. You hack at its big, thick tree trunk legs. It doesn't even look at you. It's pretty intent on Zarus right now. Aramus?
Ah, boy. I don't know if anyone's looked at the IC chat, but
I did.
Arizon's
Darazon is picking up pieces of mushroom. Alex, if you're planning on doing a doodle for this session, I highly recommend the whole party looking on in horror while screaming Zarus no.
No, my doodle is going to be just fucking Aramus looking at the fucking screen like a goddamn office with everybody else running after this mythical fucking toad. With Violet being carried on Zara's shoulders and fucking Bear is pointing where it went.
It's your turn, Alex.
Let me see. It's the only thing I can do right now. like not?
Give me a number between 1 and
Yeah,
10,000.
yeah, I'll give you a stupid number. Give me a second.
Soul
5,819.
5,000.
sorcerer.
Mm-hmm. 19. 58, 19.
Okay, I'm going to tell you what happens with this one, just because it's kind of funny, but it's useless. Target is tapped on the shoulder once every D10 rounds. So every now and then you notice that the flaming myconoid just looks over its shoulder. Zarus?
Give me a sec. Alright, I'm gonna. Wow, I'm hurt.
Just a
Yeah,
little bit.
you should maybe move.
Don't forget you can make your
hands
shield
on
float.
yourself.
I can make my shield float.
It's an action to do it, though.
Yeah.
It then floats for a whole minute, though.
Yeah, next to me. Let's see. Where is it? What? How many is it? Alright. Yeah. I will. Is it an action to command my shield to float?
I don't know.
'Cause it's literally just speaking.
Huh?
It's speaking. Let me check what Tal sent me just in case it says it in there.
Yeah.
While holding, I can speak the word as a bonus action. Okay.
Okay, so yeah, you can do it as a bonus action to make it float.
So bonus action to make it float. I put 2 hands on Black Rend because he's a Warhammer and you can do that.
Okay.
And then I will swing at this guy.
Cool.
Change my damage. Where it at? Here it is. Bang. And hopefully this hits.
It does. Also roll me dexterity to avoid taking damage from the fact that it's on fire.
Alright, give me a sec first. So that plus I'll use a smite of 1st level spell.
Okay. Might act. It's barely up.
And then I'll roll that dexterity for you.
Okay. You take 2 fire damage.
I'll take 1 fire damage.
Violet.
Violet, it looks like it's about to go down.
Violeta.
Yeah, but it's on fire.
Yeah, throw something at it.
I already threw my dagger.
Throw it again.
As a rogue, you should start with 2 daggers.
Oh right, I forget I have 2 daggers.
Name this one.
Name it Zarus, it's a dummy.
Zarus is a mushroom head.
I don't have time to name it. I'll do that later.
For later.
I'll just roll Fitzgerald again. He's back in that one.
Fitzgerald.
When he has to roll damage first.
That hits. Okay, sneak attack. Violet's dagger tears the cap off of its head and it falls down into the ground.
Oh, okay, finally.
Its facial features quickly vanish, covered in moss and fungus, and there's a smell of rot from it. Oh, by the way, Violet, you can now speak telepathically to Zarus, Varis, and Bork. Bork?
You hear a little girl humming a song in her head.
Oh, fuck me, it's quiet. Let's see, what do I want to do? I guess I'll cast Thunderclap again.
Okay.
After standing up.
It fails. It fails its check.
Yeah, hang on. Something went wrong when I tried casting it. Give me a moment. Oh, hang on. That's why it went wrong.
So I had planned other fights, but this is going to be the only one tonight.
Mhm.
Just because Zarus.
It's always Zarus.
What?
Nothing.
Because of you, this is the only fight we're gonna fight tonight.
Cool.
No, I mean, that's not a bad thing.
It's not a bad thing.
No.
I know, I said cool.
Bork, it's going to try and punt you again, and what's your AC?
14. Hang on, give me a second. No, sorry, 13.
You duck underneath its massive dick. Zarus?
It's massive dick?
Yes.
Alright, I'm gonna at the
Alright.
remaining mushroom person. Come on.
That hits.
Oh, nice.
And an arrow strikes into this giant mushroom dude, who may or may not be sentient. Aramus?
Well, he won't be sentient for long.
Well,
It's me. Let me say something. Fucking righteous. I'm just gonna move up. Hey guys, what did I miss?
you suddenly are able to hear them all telepathically.
You guys just hear constant screaming.
Along with a little girl.
Coming from my mind, you hear arrows being fired along with loud footsteps and screams of terror.
Okay. And the occasional quack.
Yeah, and the occasional quack.
That's how Zarus nearly ducks.
Okay, Zarus?
Perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I will use my last second level spell to shoot fucking 3 things into that dude. Scorching Ray.
Okay.
That's not my fire.
Not my fire, he says.
No.
Nope. Wow. This is definitely not my fire.
The swamp has several new scorch marks in a Z. Violet?
Zarus is a Zora.
I missed because that wasn't my fire.
El Zarus was here.
Violet steps up
Zarus is
to
here. Ding 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 ding.
Yep, that hits for a total of 20 damage.
Damn, girl.
The myconoid seems to be teetering, and it's angrily swinging violently.
Miss Clarissa taught me.
Is better at combat than you.
Say that to my
Hey,
face.
Bork finally, fuck it. And he's gonna use his
axe.
He misses.
That doesn't hit.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, you're gonna get punted.
Bork, roll me a constitution.
Oh no, not again. I don't need this in my life.
I do.
You suddenly start hallucinating. And then it
Not
kicks you.
again.
Bye,
Oh, no.
everybody.
No, it still misses even with advantage.
That's fucking great.
Varys? Bork is chasing butterflies.
Let's just fire another arrow into the thing.
I'm just a dog chasing cars.
And it doesn't hit. That was great.
No, that does not hit. Aramus?
Aramus, Aramus, will you do the fun?
Arrows do I have left? I've been forgetting to keep track of them. I don't think I have many left.
Doesn't matter. Just keep yourself at 20. Keep track from now on, though, okay?
Alright.
Zarus? Or Aramis? Alex?
My turn.
It's been your turn for a bit. You gotta start paying attention to Aramis.
I'm sorry. There's so many musses.
I know.
This is not my fault. I was here first.
That hits.
Six.
Still up. Zarus?
Motherfucker.
Alright, I'm gonna head over here next to Bork
Smash it.
and try to hit it.
Smash
Okay.
it.
That hits.
Yes.
And
Nice.
Zarus, you finally shatter one of its legs and it teeters, falling to the ground.
Alright, we should probably focus on the rest of the screaming mushrooms and get the hell out of this place.
I don't know, is this enough
Darling,
mushroom?
I've been collecting mushrooms the whole time while you were busy.
Yay!
Like your daggers.
Pat, pat. Pat,
Thank you, Granny Ogg.
pat, pat. And in the hallucinating Bork's mouth, she slips a candy.
He chews at it absent-mindedly. Oh, no,
And as you guys are getting ready to pack up and go, one moment.
Oh, what's going on?
More mushroom people?
Please, no.
And upon seeing these mushroom people, Grandma Oggy pulls out one of her candies. Get out of here. Grandma Oggy pulls out one of her candies and says, "Now this won't do at all," and pops it into her mouth and crunches down on it. Right?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And in that moment, she throws away her cane, her muscles start bulging, and she grows this big.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah!
shit.
Grandma Oggy!
Holy shit!
Oh, Jesus. Fuck.
She picks up a big rock nearby and hurls it straight through the first myconoid's head.
She's an alchemist.
And she suddenly roars extremely loudly. And Violet, it's your turn.
Yeah, hold on. I'm adding my other dagger to my thing.
She looks like the biggest bodybuilder right now. Like, Siegfried is pretty muscular. She makes Siegfried look like a twig.
Oh man, Siegfried better
Grandma
start working out
Oggy
again.
has got those gains.
Yeah, she got gains!
Obligatory.
Hold on, I'm measuring.
Thick.
5, 10, 15, 30, 35, 40, and then she's gonna stab that one.
Okay. Bork?
And then she's disengaged. 1, 2, 3.
You know, you took the mobile feat, right?
Yes.
You don't actually need to disengage.
Oh, right. Shoot.
Bork?
Once you attack something, yeah, I'm rolling.
Yeah, she dashes away.
Bork, MacBork, here we go. Here we go!
You are no longer affected. Meanwhile, on Grandma Augie's turn, because she has 28 initiative,
What?
she
shit.
stomps up to this one, and you hear her say in her sweet voice, "You're going to make wonderful ingredients for a cake," as she lifts the myconoid up, and you can see it frantically shaking its head as she tears it vertically in half.
Okay.
Bits of fungus go everywhere. She then shrinks back down to normal size, walks back over, and picks up her cane and says, "Dears, would you mind please getting all of that?"
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I go
And now you know why her kids are so well behaved.
Mm-hmm.
Except they still called her
go over
grandma
and
Bork.
try to start picking up as many of the mushroom spores as I can.
Can I chomp down on that candy she gave me?
You sure do. Crunch.
No!
I do. I pick everything up on my own.
Okay.
So how much bigger do you get,
don't know.
like, in times?
Dependent on the character.
Work first.
Okay.
Does it work at 10?
And then,
Then I don't
Bork?
know how long after that.
about 5 seconds after becoming this big, wham!
Oh.
Thanks.
Grandma Augie leads you all back to her home.
Cool.
She makes a delicious cake for her and the boys, and everyone's super excited. The
And we all
boys are a
heal
little
back to
sad.
full.
The boys are a little sad when she says it's time for her to go, but she'll be back soon, and they had better be good boys while she's gone. She wants to see the house and the surrounding swamp cleaned up. She can't wait to see Wilhelm's new flowers. And she tells Trevor that he's in charge of making sure the others stick to their studies. There's a lot of crying and tears and hugging. She gives you all each a candy. She gives them all each a candy, and there's a lot of hugs and kisses for everybody.
Aramus picks up Darvis before we leave, just in case we forget.
Zarus goes up to the oldest one. He's like, "You gotta listen to Grandma Augie. Make sure that you protect your brothers and everything." And he hands him the cold steel insignia that he had in his pocket.
You hand that to Augie?
I hand it to the oldest boy, saying that he needs to protect his younger brothers.
Okay. Trevor takes it and says, "Thank you."
Violet says bye to Wilhelm.
And I lose my cold steel prison insignia.
All right. Everyone but Bork is returned to the Tantalium. Bork says he has some unfinished business on the world he's got to take care of.
All right.
And you guys successfully get Grandma Augie. So first off, experience.
Oh wait. Oh god.
You're not gonna get too much, because nothing on this map was meant to be a big challenge.
Zarus was the biggest challenge.
Yeah, Zarus was the biggest challenge.
Seriously.
Honestly, if you all fought me, like, it'd be hard if I did it the right way.
Yeah, because everyone here is fucking level 1 except for Violet and Bork.
Each of you guys gain a total of 600 from this session.
Total, or in addition to the 200 we got earlier?
In addition to the 200 you got earlier.
Okay.
So
Darazan.
100 total.
Darazan, for sticking with us and being throughout the whole thing, I'm gonna grant you 100 bonus experience just for being here. You don't get that 600 that everyone got, but you get the 100 and the 200. Okay.
When was the 200?
When was the 200?
It was you gave us 200 when was it? You said something about 200. I know that I added it.
Yeah, you did, but I don't remember what it was exactly.
I do remember saying it too, so I'm just going to allow you all to gain 200.
Alright.
Let's forget what exactly it was for.
I have
think
800
Tal was
experience
still
points.
here.
Huh?
I think when Tal was still here.
So yeah, you're at 800 points. So you are level 2. Yeah, you should be level 2 now, right?
Yeah,
Hold on.
900 is level 3.
Yeah, so you're at level 2 now. That means Dade, you can ask Martin or someone else on the server to help you level up.
Please, not me. I want to sleep.
Yeah.
Um,
I can also help you too if you need. So first off, after these sessions, I always do favorite and least favorite parts, and we're going to start alphabetically with Meg.